Buzzer beater, too. Called him.
The Lamorp.
I called him. Didn't hear anything for a while.
I know. I called him after you texted me.
Did you?
Moments after you
Lit
called
a fire
him
under
the
his
second
ass.
time. Yeah, it fired me up. I was pissed. I found out he was, what, are you sleeping in again?
I was cuddling, canoodling. I was doing some canoodling.
With a lady?
Yeah, and I
You
didn't.
were snuggling with a
I
woman.
was snuggling. I didn't hear the phone the first time.
You guys are
but-
both sleeping in?
Yeah, we were sleeping in. We were taking a lazy day.
Yeah?
Really?
Lazy day?
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna rain. You know,
Ooh. What do you do when it rains?
just hold each other, watch movies.
Would you say you're in love?
No,
What?
You're in love.
I wouldn't
dude.
say that,
I've never
dude.
seen Lemaire. Lemaire's glowing right now.
He is glowing.
You might be pregnant.
He is glowing.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah, you're glowing. I've never seen you in love like
What
this.
are you talking about?
How are you not in love? Why would you say no?
I didn't
You almost
say
blew
no.
us off to lay in bed.
True. You put love before your career.
I was just sleeping. It wasn't like we were just
Love and
you know.
podcasting, dude.
Damn. I like this gray. The gray in your beard, dude.
Thank you. I'm trying to
Like
be
a
an
young
adult.
Quest Love.
I don't even know who that is, bro. I'm not gonna
Drummer
lie.
from the Roots.
I don't even know who that is.
Why?
No, that's what DaBaby said. Questlove came at
Questlove
DaBaby.
talks shit
DaBaby
to
was
DaBaby?
like, no disrespect. I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't know who that is.
Fair. That's a great response. Who?
You think the baby ever watched Jimmy Fallon?
Hell no, dude.
No.
No,
Dude,
yeah.
thugs don't watch Jimmy Fallon.
No. That
See,
barely reaches normal white people. That's literally designed just for dorky white
Yeah.
people.
Okay.
True. That's like the nerdiest guy in every office is like, oh, perfect.
Did you catch Fallon last night?
Got a little heated there.
The guy from The Office was on Fallon last night. I love The Office.
That's when worlds collide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they start making like, what's that guy, Helms?
Chris Helms? Oh,
No.
Ed Helms.
Ed Helms, like
Yeah.
jump on boxes or something.
That
Yeah.
gets
Or like
silly,
play
dude.
like Pie Face with Jimmy Fallon.
Dude, the office is probably
with
buzzing.
that drunk Jimmy Fallon.
Is he an alcoholic?
Yeah, he's allegedly like a raging alcoholic, which does make the show a lot better.
That's kind of nice to know.
Which does make, because every once in a while you can see he's got the full moon face, like the full alcoholic face, where he's just like, "Hey, everybody, whoa, we've got a great guest."
I feel like you'd have to be hammered to do that job.
To get hype.
Just to do like this fucking same shit
Yeah.
over and
Yeah.
over every night.
Get some vodka on you, stumble out in front of a
Yeah.
live audience. That'd be fun.
Say, hey, everybody, what bullshit are we doing tonight?
Yeah, all you got to do, everything's done for you. You just got to read the monologue,
Yeah.
interview people, and be like, oh, so tell me about this movie. You're here
Yeah,
to
it
promote.
does seem dark.
Oh, yeah, dude. It is.
Yeah,
And you're like, it's like, I'm the king of late night. It's like,
king of late night,
yes, man.
dude.
It
Podcast.
is like a dorky title to be the king of late night.
Now it is for
yeah.
sure. It
It's
was cool a long time ago.
No, now it's Sing. What's that girl's name?
Lily Sings.
Lily
the king
Sings
of
the king of late night.
she's the king of late night now?
Yeah.
Yes.
What, I don't even know. What's the late night scape look like? Jimmy Kimmel survived
Jimmy
blackface,
Kimmel.
right?
Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon both survived blackface.
Yeah, what the fuck?
They both blackface.
I wonder, is there like a skull and bones for like late night?
blackface?
Just
Yeah.
you got to do blackface?
Absolutely.
Jerk off, like the Bushes jerk off to you in blackface?
Oh man.
There's the guy, James Corden.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen some of his videos.
Yeah.
He's pretty fucking brutal.
He gets wacky.
I've heard he's cool.
Yeah.
First-hand accounts, I've heard he's the man
Yeah.
from dudes that have done the late night, like the sketch. But man, that guy sucks.
Well,
God, he seems. I'm sure he's great, but man, it's such a dork, dude. Just like
in case it ever gets back to him, he's a nice guy.
he's a
but
great guy. He
Jesus
seems
Christ,
like a great
he
guy, but
sucks.
man, what a fucking gay pussy that guy is.
Can't forget about Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah rules.
Yeah, he might be the king of
Yeah, he
late
tells it. He kicks.
He tells it exactly.
Yeah, he tells it like it is, bro. He's a straight shooter.
Finally,
Yeah.
somebody telling like it is on the late night circuit.
For sure. I heard his stand-up was very.
He hit a couple rough ones.
He made fun of he would make fun of indigenous people.
Yeah, he got in trouble for that. He had to
Did
go
he?
to like an indigenous museum.
Did he really?
Yeah.
And look at their
He
arts
had
and
to go to a
crafts.
museum and be like, no, he probably saw like
His arts and
some
crafts.
clay stuck to a leaf and be like, wow, this is powerful. I never thought of it
He's
like
like, hold on,
that.
Hillary Clinton's calling me. Okay, show me your beehive thing you
Yeah.
made.
Let
Okay,
me see this bowl.
Is that a spear made out of rocks?
Whoa. A 10,000-year-old bowl? I guess I never thought of it like that. Sorry. I didn't know you guys were capable of spoons. Man, do you like Trevor Noah? Would you like to write for The Daily Show someday?
If it happens.
You think it's gonna happen?
No, I'm just not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. I don't think I'm smart enough to write for the Daily
Yeah, I don't
Show.
think you are either.
I think you can crank. Hit me with some. What would you like? Today's thing's going on. Hit me with like a
news?
quick monologue.
Yeah, what's going on?
You know,
Yo, Bezos just went to space. What's going on?
yeah.
Hurry up, 30
Dude,
seconds
I
or you're
fucking love
fired.
that. Bezos should go to
No,
space.
that's not a joke. Write a
No.
quick monologue joke.
And if we like these, we can keep them.
Yes.
Bezos is in space now, and he read a big dick with an old lady. I don't know.
Whoa.
Whoa, man.
What?
That wasn't even close.
That's the founder. That's the founder of Amazon you're talking about,
Yeah.
dude. Come on.
I'm a big Bezos stan over here.
Do you like Bezos?
I kind of do. I respect him.
Me too.
Yeah, he was a fat guy who just got rich by making a bookstore.
It's funny, but last night my dad's getting old. I was with him last night and he tried to make a going to space joke and he's like, "What are you, Jeff Boros?" It's like, who? And he goes, "Huh?" He knew he was wrong. And then he tried to pretend he didn't say it. He's like, "What?" He was like, "Who'd you say?" He was like, "Jeff. Boros. Jeff Boros."
He makes up George Soros and Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he became an old man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
funny to just be like, "What'd you just say?" He's like, "What?"
What? That's gotta be crazy.
That's your monologue?
Yeah,
Jeff
that's-
Bezos went to space with an old lady? Is that what you said?
He went to the moon with an old lady. He didn't go to the moon. I don't know.
No, he gets hot young pussy. That's why his marriage crumbled.
Yeah.
See? That's the type of stuff you got. Matt knows how to tap into it. Joe. You got to figure that out.
Yeah. Okay.
You know? It's like fracking.
Let's do DaBaby.
I don't
Yeah,
think
good.
And let's do
DaBaby.
you supporting his rant. Go.
the baby with the rant at the when the guy threw the shoe at him.
Yeah,
you
like,
see that?
Smell like your
No, a
your
guy
pussy
threw a
smells-
shoe at DaBaby?
What?
Yeah, at Lollapalooza, a guy threw the shoe at him. And he was
Wait, I
like,
thought he
"Yo."
wasn't allowed at Lollapalooza.
No, he was at a con. I think it was Lollapalooza. Rolling Loud. It was at Rolling Loud. Sorry. Okay.
Sick. What kind of shoe did someone throw at him? Was it a K Swiss?
No.
Was it that guy from Iraq?
It was like a sandal. It was like a Yeezy slide or something.
Really?
Like,
That,
dude,
thank God. If that was a gray New Balance, that would have been a hate crime, dude.
True. True.
Thank God, dude.
he
Thank
like dodged
Christ.
it too. He was like, he saw it. It was like a good.
So this is him
Gosh.
recovering from him just saying like, "Hey, I want women who have pussies that smell like water, taste like water."
I
And he,
didn't know about this.
you don't know about his rant?
No,
Show.
it was the same show.
Yeah.
I didn't. He did a.
He started that.
You want to say it
Get
into the
the
mic?
mic.
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ.
God. Start talking about festivals. A 22-year-old starts yapping real quick. It was Rolling
I'm
Loud.
21, actually.
It wasn't Lollapalooza. It was Rolling Loud.
So what happened? What happened there? Rolling Loud.
So he started his like the put your phone up or whatever because someone threw the shoe at him. And
That's
he
what
wanted
started the AIDS rant?
yeah, because he wanted to get the crowd back on his side.
I know how to get him on my team.
So wait, the guy threw the shoe in response to him saying what? Nothing.
Nothing. Just 'cause it was like a bad set.
There's like a mosh pit. There's
Yeah,
a mosh
there-
pit going on.
People moshing at DaBaby?
Yeah,
And
it
it's-
was
yeah.
like a black people mosh. It looked mean. It looked like
Yeah,
wait,
well.
moshes look mean, but this one looked like mean.
So
Like, I
you're
was like,
saying when black people mosh, it seems meaner?
no?
Now you know how we feel when you guys protest. We're like, we protest, but this seems meaner. You know?
Wait, so what's going? So right now there was a black mosh pit at DaBaby.
There was a black mosh pit with the baby. Some guy threw a Yeezy slide at him.
Do you
He
think
dead
there was
shit.
HIV exchange in the pit? Do you think
It might have been an open wound. Yeah, and DaBaby was
the baby
concerned.
was like, hey, you guys better not have any fucking AIDS down there.
He just brought some like 1992 awareness. You know.
Yeah, dude. What did he do? I don't
So,
know. I'm fucking
Break
unaware.
it down. Break it down, Noah. Break down DaBaby's rant.
I mean, well, yeah. He was like, fellas, you know, like he's like, if you gay and you don't got AIDS, put your lighters up. You know, which is like,
Boy, you're gay?
And
and
don't
then he
got
was-
AIDS.
And then yeah, he was like,
Yeah, I'll be like,
Yeah, I don't have AIDS.
There's like, ladies, if your pussy smell like water, put your lighters up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then people were like starting to turn at that point. Then he was like, fellas, if you're not out there sucking dick in the parking lot, put your lighters up. and then everyone started freaking out and booing him and everything.
So he was basically just calling the guy who threw a shoe at him gay.
Basically, yeah. And then afterwards, he came out afterwards and he was like, I'm not like homophobic.
It was a Kramer moment. He
was
was getting heckled. He tried to say the worst thing he could.
He didn't
Yeah,
drop
no,
an
he
F.
said that. He said that his gay fans are not disgusting.
think
They
he
would
did.
never have AIDS. That's why it's okay.
I think he did drop an F.
I'm sure. He did.
Did he?
I'm sure he dropped.
There was something in there.
I don't know, maybe. I don't
No, he
think
kept
did.
saying fellas.
Fellas.
Yeah. That's the only F the baby dropped. Fellas.
Yeah, he's media
Hey,
trained.
fellas.
now. Yeah.
I just got a Yeezy slide.
fellas. You got any AIDS down there, fellas?
Could you guys,
Suck a dicks in the parking lot, type. Making whoopee?
dude? Well, I wonder what moshing to DaBaby's like.
It looked wild. They were like, it's just moshing. They're just, except they're doing boxing. They're
So it was just like vicious haymakers.
Yeah. So they box like lean back. That's how they mosh. Everyone gets knocked out. Everyone gets knocked out.
Yeah, the winner of the mosh fights DaBaby. That's what
DaBaby would be a problem. I wouldn't want to fight him.
No.
Yeah, he's jacked. The baby's
Yeah.
jacked.
Yeah, you should have seen the way he dodged that slide. He was
Really?
Yeah, it was like right here, and he was like, yeah,
Damn.
fast reaction.
Really? He said that? Fuck, do that. Like someone was going to be like, I did.
That's so fucking. It's so funny getting a shoe thrown at you and be like, "Gay guys have AIDS."
And then sticking by it. Be like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I said, dude.
That's what I fucking dude.
I
I'm
bet
like,
he waited out front and just watched everyone leave.
oh,
Like,
for one shoe.
You ever see a guy take a shit? You ever see somebody's shoes when they're taking a shit? You wait outside and you're like, who was it, dude? Who did it?
Oh fuck, dude.
Lemaire, you probably crap at rest stops, right?
No, never.
What?
Never,
Really?
dude. Only hotels in my house.
Really?
Hotels
Yeah,
are nice
yeah.
dump.
Hotels is a good
Yeah.
call.
Although until you get into the squatty potty, that it kind of sucks when you're at a hotel and you don't. I'll look at the trash can. I'm like, can I put my feet on
Yeah.
this?
Man,
That's the game
They got a
changer.
portable
done that.
squatty potty now.
Huh?
Yeah. It like folds up and you put it in your
Oh,
pocket.
man. You gotta be a fat motherfucker. I'm prepared to shit wherever I'm headed. Dude, breaking out a squatty potty at a rest stop or at an airport bathroom.
Washing.
I
it.
crush airports.
I take
I always
shits on planes.
I take early flights. Shitting on planes is absolutely insane.
No, it rules. It rules.
Wahlberg's gonna stop you one day. Wahlberg's gonna see you going.
No.
True. The move is you go when the drink cart starts to come, then you go. So then you take a dump, but then you're standing in the back waiting for the
Yeah.
cart to come. So
No
you
one
can stretch
knows.
your legs. No one knows you dumped. And you just punish the staff. You go back there, take a nest. I've done it before,
All those gorgeous sluts.
dude. Just all
Stewardesses
those-
are sluts.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you get to shit back there and make the sluts go. All the sluts, they're all hungover from their layover.
I've only flown like once. Well,
Really?
once like there and back, but like
True.
You've only flown once?
yeah.
That's such a funny qualifier. Well, technically, there was
twice.
a return.
It's a return flight. Wait, where'd you fly?
To San Francisco.
What were you doing out there?
You know, Sketch
Blowing
Fest.
guys in the parking lots?
Sketch Fest. San Francisco
Oh, you
Sketch
did
Fest.
Sketch Fest.
Yeah.
Yo, where'd you
How'd
get that
you do?
ice, bro?
Huh?
that
dude,
Show that ice,
Let me
dude.
see that ice, dude.
it's
Whoa.
not ice, dude.
Give me one of these, dude. Give me one of these.
What the fuck are you wearing?
It's just a watch.
Let me see that cool watch.
I don't want to.
Is that watch tick or no?
It's what?
Is that just roll or is it tick?
What do you mean? Oh, it
Rolex is just roll.
I think it ticks. I think yeah. There's a ticker.
What type of watch is that?
It's called Y Things. It's yeah. I got it because I was trying to impress somebody.
Xerxes? Who are you trying to impress? What? What is that Roman watch you're wearing?
Yeah, the Persian king. I was trying to impress him. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
No, yeah. It's called Y Things. It's like a Fitbit. It's
Yeah.
just a band.
I'd love to know how many times you've been like, oh. You can't tell that time, dude. Tell me what time it is. Look at that real quick. Real quick.
It's the Roman numerals.
It's like Wait.
Here, open the. Let the sun come in.
What time
here,
is
too.
it? What time is it?
It's 111.
It's 106.
106. Oh, okay.
That's
wait.
pretty close.
Yeah, 106.
That's pretty
And
close.
Park, dude. You should have known that.
I can't fuck with the Roman numeral stuff, dude. I need
No.
digital.
Yeah, we have phones.
Yeah, dude.
No, it just feels nice.
I
don't know,
understand.
just-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You
I
just
hate,
go
I hate when
roundabout.
Lemaire tries fashion. It bothers me, but this is the best you've done in a long time.
Thank
This
you.
looks good,
This
man.
looks good. This
you.
destroys that fucking sweater vest.
Yeah, sweater vests are done.
What the fuck?
Yeah, DaBaby come in and
No, yeah, she's working on it.
Bay's
Yeah.
working. Well, you look handsome.
Yeah.
This is the
You look
best
good.
look.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
bays do that. They come in and they
Yeah, she said that I'm going to dress you up. She said that. I was like, all right, please. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
nice.
Help.
She put a scarf on me the other day.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
bet that looked
It was
great.
around my head. It was pretty.
Is it around your head?
You need a Will I Am.
Yeah. It was pretty tight. It was pretty tight.
Yes.
Yeah.
So where do you stand on DaBaby's rant?
You're for it, right?
I gotta hear him out. I gotta hear more of his
Exactly.
points. Yeah. What if
Don't let them try to neuter the black. They're
Black
trying.
Kings. Tory
they're trying
Lanez
to
came
make.
out.
Yes, they're trying to make all the black kings have to say what he said was wrong and
Yeah.
we're sorry.
No.
Never say sorry, dude. You guys are the true kings.
True that.
he was thinking what he was thinking? Maybe a gay man upset him earlier that day, and he just like took it out on stage. You ever do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I've never ever been like fucking gay people and then gone
you've never
in the
been-
middle of my
you've
set,
never
like,
been-
hey everybody, how's that? You know how gays suck.
You ever been crossed by a gay right before you go on and perform?
actually, yes, several times in the Philadelphia comedy scene.
Yo, that's gonna happen to rap now. Rap's now getting cut in half.
Mainstream.
It's getting cut in half now. And the funniest part is the I think it was Academics was coming out being like, he's like, a lot of these guys are rapping about murdering people, right? And he's like, but he was saying like overall, like, hey, we're talking about murdering people. We're just telling stories, dude. His story is about 1992 outlook on HIV/AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's his truth, bro. You gotta let him speak his truth. He was speaking power to truth, dude.
True.
But dude, it's coming, man. Because then it gets to the point where it's like the culture's about to get divided.
Yeah. I was telling you guys about this last time. There's a Black People Civil War coming.
no,
You remember?
but
No.
I'm sorry I didn't heed your advice. Black People Civil War is getting
I've been
Black
telling
People
them there's a
Civil
Black
War's
People
crazy.
Civil War
Wait,
coming.
which side of the anime black's on? I'm on the side of the sword black people. The sword black people are the most dangerous black
That's
people.
the anime side.
Anime side.
Anime side.
You're anime side.
Yeah, and I think I can't say this out loud, but I think the anime side is kind of more on DaBaby's team.
Really?
I
thought
think
the
so,
anime
too.
side would be the woke
No,
side.
Nah, man.
They're kind of like anime people are woke in the fact that like there's a bunch of like people around them who indulge in like the stuff, not like indulge, but like who are like
No, indulge is the
confused
proper
about
term.
Yeah.
who are like confused about their gender and shit. Like there's a lot of those people who are like in that community are trying to find themselves.
Yeah.
So they're accepting in that way, but like their thoughts are more like the baby's thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like a nice little rant on the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
If there is a black civil war and DaBaby's side loses, would you say it'd be fair to keep statues of DaBaby up?
At least in Charlotte, you got to keep.
Yeah,
those
you gotta
statues
keep
of the
one
baby
up in Charlotte.
Yeah, his hometown.
I don't know who else is speaking. Not a lot of people have speaking. Maybe I haven't followed it, but I don't know if a lot of people have speaking out on it yet.
No, probably
Against
John
him?
Legend, probably Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah,
the
Chrissy
classics.
Teigen. She
She's
did
been
herself,
nice.
man. She's been nice.
She's
Yes.
been nice.
Yeah, she's out of woke culture. She was like telling 14-year-olds to kill themselves. Like sincerely messaging them.
She's part of the curse.
It's like,
dude.
yo, I was joshing. True.
She's part of the curse.
True.
The curse.
The curse, dude. The
Yeah.
people who spoke out against me,
Oh yeah,
A lot have
been
fallen.
cursed.
A lot have
fallen.
I mean, it's
fallen.
not coincidence. They were all playing that game.
Yeah,
They are going to fall to it eventually.
Thin is the razor's edge,
Yeah.
dude.
Kareem's son stabbed the guy. He got the worst part of the curse, dude.
Is
I put a hex on his son.
this son a man?
Yeah. He
Yeah,
just looks.
okay.
He looks ridiculous.
There's another NBA star whose son's incredibly gay. I think
Dwayne Wade.
Magic
Dwayne
Johnson.
Wade. His sons.
And Magic Johnson.
Their sons are incredibly gay.
Yeah.
He was probably none too pleased about DaBaby.
The way
Dwayne or Magic Johnson's son.
Johnson, yeah, no, he was pissed.
Maybe it's a double cross between Magic Johnson's son and Dwayne Wade's son. They double crossed DaBaby, dude.
He just loves saying DaBaby. It's very funny. What do you think Lil Baby has to say about
Lil Baby?
Lil Baby's probably like, I'm
wham,
reaping
wham.
all the benefits.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
I'm the
It's
number
Lil
one baby
Baby's.
in town, dude.
It's Lil Baby's turn.
It sucks to be Lil Baby and then DaBaby. It's like, what the hell? That
Yeah.
guy claimed he's the exclusive baby, dude.
You know,
I'm the baby.
the kids out there, I've been talking to the kids. They think the Lil Baby is the best rapper ever.
Lil Baby?
Lil Baby. So this is probably what he needs. The baby falling. So
I'm not
he
gonna be.
can-
I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. I get them confused.
Yeah, no.
Oh, often.
Yeah,
Lil and Duh.
yeah.
They should join up.
Yeah, we're hitting that wall, dude. We're hitting the white guy wall.
Yeah.
It's tough to keep up, dude. It's very hard to keep up. And then, yeah, black guys hit it too.
Yeah.
They just become curmudgeons,
True.
you know?
Yeah.
Like Questlove or whatever, just being like, shouldn't be saying all that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, they're like, how dare he not know who Questlove is? It's like the dude's like 23. How old's the baby? 23.
He's young, yeah.
Is he that young?
I think he's not that young, but he is
has
young.
like- yeah.
Youngster. He shot someone too. He's got a body.
Really?
Yep.
That seems
Self-defense.
worse than what he said.
No self-defense.
Technically, the
He
rant
stood
was
his- he
self-defense.
He stood his ground in Walmart.
He's trying to.
His ground in a Walmart. Dude, the baby's a patriot. In this, yeah, dude.
most
Wait, do
pure
you think the
sense.
white people will join in on the Black Civil War?
I think they're gonna go like.
Yeah,
I think we're going to sit back for a little, but
As an ally, I think I'm gonna let them.
True.
Yeah, the allies are nowhere to be found.
the Allies will have to join. But then it'll be like World War One.
I feel like this Black Civil
it'll drag
War.
the big dogs in. Then you're going to get the white patriots getting involved.
They'll be on the side of the
babies.
gangsters, the babies, dude.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
It's because
we could use this.
this Black Civil War is
telling
like a white. I think it's a white woke proxy. They're using like woke blacks to like instigate the old blacks into change. We're like, dude,
Yep.
shut up.
Definitely a white proxy
Yeah.
war.
They're firing up the keys and the peels, dude.
Yeah.
And the
You want to know
keys
what's
and the
interesting? I found this woke war.
Keys and peels.
I became the center of a bit of a woke war. Not really a crazy one, but I tweeted out that the Green Knight sucked.
Yeah.
How
did it
would I
suck?
have? Yes, it did suck.
That's
How
the-
would I have
Go
known
ahead.
that it was a woke issue?
I thought it was like an King Arthur.
Yeah,
tale.
it was.
So what the hell?
But
is,
everybody that was like, no, it was actually fucking amazing. Has he, him,
Yeah.
she, like
is
all
it like
that.
a woke term?
I get the people mad that I said it sucked were all woke. I clicked all their profiles. It's a weird thing.
Do they know of like the rest of like all that? Dude, there's myths from like King Arthur that are strictly about dealing with like annoying women. There's a myth of the knight, and like
That's probably why they like it. Because this one,
they cut it
the
out.
main character is kind of a coward the whole time.
Yeah, that's
Is it
not.
Arthur? Is it King Arthur?
No, King Arthur's
Okay.
the man. He's an old.
Who was King
Geese.
Arthur's young bro? Lancelot.
Oh, nice.
Was it about Lancelot or no?
No, it's about Gawain.
Wayne.
Who
Gawain.
the hell's Gawain?
One
He
of
went.
them.
No, he's not the Green Knight. He fought the Green Knight. It does make sense though, because nobody fights once.
What?
The whole movie sucks, dude.
That's
It's heartbreaking.
That's
I was
disappointing,
so excited.
Did they ever sit at any round tables?
They did sit at a round table, which was exciting.
Okay.
Tight.
When you see the round table, you're like, this does rule. First half hour, you're like, all right, a little slow, but this is going to rule.
Yeah.
And then you're just stuck in the doldrums for like an hour and a half of fucking nothing.
Why?
Nothing.
That's bizarre. They
You see Cum, though.
what?
Cum makes an appearance.
Well, that's why those fucking
Cum's
freaks love
had
it,
some
dude.
good appearances.
Cum is in the
Cum.
movie.
On
Cum.
a lady?
Cum has been in that. Cum was in Call Me By Your Name.
Was
Cum
that the
is
one where
making
the
a
ladies?
resurgence.
Was that the one where we saw the movie where a lady gets a bucket of cum? What ladies toss a bucket of cum on someone?
No, what's that?
What was the movie where they get trapped in this dude's
I
basement?
think of Carrie. Oh yeah,
That was a big.
Yeah,
that was a
Cum was
cum,
big in that.
That was a cum finale.
Yeah, they,
It was a bucket of cum.
No, it was a
Squeeze- yeah,
he had like a turkey baster of cum,
Yeah,
and then they had a bucket of jizz, and they threw it on like
And he-
a blind guy that they broke into his house.
yeah. I mean, he was trapping women in there. And,
What
and
movie is this?
Coming on
a
them.
guy who was standing his ground, a blind guy.
Yeah, blind guy.
He was capturing.
And he had a lot of girlfriends.
People would sneak into his house, and
they broke in and kink shamed him. He was into like heavy BDSM where you capture and abduct women, and
and they were chill.
And he was actually impregnating them against their will with the turkey baster.
So not the best guy, but also property rights.
He's blind.
It was his land.
He's blind.
Yeah, he's blind.
Yeah, he's blind.
Don't breathe.
Yeah, because he could hear you in the
house. There's another one coming out.
They're making a Don't Breathe too.
There better be more cum,
covered in cum, dude.
Oh.
He's gonna be all crusted on him. It's like, oh.
He's like a chrysalis of cum, dude. It's just fucking.
That was the
it's
problem.
A hatch.
I'm still fucking blind.
They threw that bucket of jizz on him and it froze him like he was in carbonite, like Star Wars.
Yeah. That's what happened. Yeah. But anyway, the Green Knight did suck, and I was very excited for it.
And people got fired up about it?
Yeah, everybody's like, the cinematography is beautiful. It's like, dude, it is. The movie still sucks.
It's boring.
It's fine. While I was watching it, I was just like, I can't believe this. I couldn't believe how bad it was.
No jousting?
No jousting.
What? You didn't rescue any like fair damsels?
No, dude. There's a little bit of jousting if you're getting cum shots.
Where did he come? Yeah, when did he come in it?
He pre-jacks.
A knight?
A knight. Well, he's not a knight, dude. Actually, when he pre-jacks, the lady goes, "You're not a knight." Pretty sick.
Nice.
There's almost no dialogue. Nobody speaks. You just watch this guy walk.
Why was he having? Wasn't he sworn to chastity?
You might like it.
I might. But
there's a lot of you like the mythology.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Based. All of a sudden, everybody. I know you are, but all of a sudden, everybody in the comments is like an expert on Arthurian
I'm not
mythology.
An expert at all.
Yeah, but you know more than
I watch the Joseph Campbell videos on YouTube.
That's more than every single one. If you have Black Lives Matter in your profile, you don't know anything about King Arthur.
True. That's fair
I'll
enough.
go on the record.
Yeah, there was the one Parsifal, I think, was like some form of like those myths, and they had one called like the knights had to go through a ritual. It was just like a thing they made up of like the bucking bed or something. So they get in full armor and you lay in bed and the bed would just start rumbling and like they would like throw stuff at you and there's like blood would come up. All this like you would just get spears thrown at you. And when they're like, it was funny in the Joseph Campbell video, he was like, so, you know, he's like, you always got to figure out like, what do these things mean? He was like, this is the male experience of the female temperament. And a room full of people were like, oh shit. And he's like, you just got to endure
That's
it.
funny.
You can't fix it. You got to endure it.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
just lay in bed
JFC Foundation, just spears hitting
what
him.
the fuck is she talking about? That doesn't make sense.
Dude, and everyone in the comment was like, oh, this misogynistic
but then
bullshit.
eventually you do get the pussy.
You get that one.
You get the pussy.
You do. You really. That's why they had festivals back then, dude. Like once every new moon.
Yeah.
They go through the cycle.
And family reunions.
And they come out and it's just full like, the what?
I said family reunions too.
You think that was for the pussy?
Dude,
what the hell?
Of course, back in the day.
I don't think they did family reunions
dude.
in ancient England. I don't think there was much of a reunion. Everyone was dead.
Yeah, everyone was dying constantly. So when you go to the family reunion, who are you smashing back?
Not me. Oh, okay. Just like
anything.
Just,
I would say back then, anything you can get your hands on.
That's
See
true.
some cheeks. You're like
the Buddha married his cousin.
the Buddha.
The Buddha
married his cousin and then abandoned his child.
Really? So the Buddha. Oh wait, wasn't he like a prince?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like
Siddhartha?
That's how you get to Nirvana.
Actually, all this
True.
shit sucks.
Yeah.
Wasn't that his thing?
Kind of.
He was like a rich kid from New York that was like, actually, capitalism sucks.
Yeah, he was shielded in the palace. His mom died of childbirth. He was shielded in the palace, and then he saw like sickness one day. He's like, "What is this?" And they showed him, "What is death? Oh my god!"
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna go out there. And he just
didn't he sit under a tree for a while?
The Bodhi tree.
Yeah,
reached enlightenment. But he, technically, I guess back then it wasn't as bad to leave.
Did he
your
reach
kids.
enlightenment, or did he just tell people he did?
I don't know.
Buddha. Was he like, guys?
I
did it.
I haven't got to the Buddha yet.
It's kind of like John Smith.
Who's
from
John Smith?
Mormon, where he's like, guys, God just hit me up. I'm the only one that knows. And everyone was like, sweet.
Nice.
I
need Jesus, dude.
Jesus
I need people
rules?
to witness the miracles. Like,
true. That's a fair point. You can't be like, I had to change my mind.
Yeah.
Check it out. Yeah, I haven't got into the Buddhist teachings. Again, I'm more of a Hinduism guy.
Yeah.
Buddhism's a little nihilistic for me. Not
you gotta
really
come
into that.
back, dude.
I'm into Christianity. There's a lot of people. There's a huge a lot of monks get into like the split between Buddhism and Christianity. Very complimentary.
That's how they say Jesus. There's a rumor Jesus went out east.
I heard that.
Yeah.
There is like 30 years of his life unaccounted for in the Bible.
Well, certainly not 30, but yes.
It's like 30.
He's all right.
Well, when did he?
He got crucified at 33.
Yeah, but he was at the temples.
But he was at the temple.
Like 14.
Yeah.
13, 14.
Sorry to be a jerk on that.
Dude, no.
I was being.
So there's a good 10. I think he had a good like 10-year little
Gap,
Rumspringa.
Yeah. Good time
went out
skip.
to India,
Saw what was up.
chilled.
They're like, so what do you guys do? And the Indians were like, whoa, what? That sounds shitty. That sounds really mean and shitty. But yeah, dude, it was bad. It was bad back then, dude. Jesus hated the Pharisees, bro. Hypocrites, dude.
Who were the Pharisees?
His people, bro. His squad hated the Pharisees.
You mean Peter, Paul?
No, they're the apostles, bro.
I'm sorry, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Also the same. Well, the Pharisees were the
High priests,
your people, the black
Jews.
Israelites,
the Jews.
the true Israelites.
Yeah, the true kings of Israel.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jesus
yeah.
hated black Israelites. They were always yapping at him. He would try to do stuff. They'd be like, "Where you going, fucking pigskin, motherfucker?" It'd be funny if that's who the Pharisees were.
Yes.
The black Israelites. Motherfucker walk on water, look like a fucking dumbass. Fuck you, fag. He's just like, who are you guys? I'm just walking to work. Carpenter ass pussy. Motherfuckers building cabinets.
That Jesus chair must have been right.
Yeah, the shit he made, the chairs he made.
Oh my
must,
God.
Yeah, he must have made the perfect chair and was like, "This is."
Every
it.
once in a while, he probably got tired making one. It was just like, I'm done with
Yo,
this.
Dad.
Yeah, true. Sweeping the dust was like, yeah, dude. I've been reading the New Test. Jesus rules.
Yeah,
Jesus fucking rules.
Absolute
dude.
words.
you
of
hit those
wisdom.
Beatitudes.
I hit the Sermon on the Mount.
Sermon on the Mount.
I
That's
started with
Beatitudes.
Matthew. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I started at Matthew. I started reading the Sermon on the Mount.
Namesake.
Unbelievable, dude. Love it.
Yeah, they'll fire you up out of
Good.
nowhere. You'll
It's
just be
good.
like,
Dude, wait till you get to the crucifixion.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
do you know what happens?
Heard
He does die.
you forget how many cool
But
sayings.
stay
he has.
after the credits.
True.
comes
I'll be
back.
curious. Toward
After the credits, he's like, I'm actually not dead. Yeah. Do you like Jesus?
Dude, I fuck with Jesus heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I do. Yeah, I love Jesus.
Nice.
I love God.
Tell me, man.
I used to go to youth groups and shit. They exposed me to white people for the first time. It was nice. Yeah, Jesus showed me a lot.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah,
What do you think of white people?
White people are alright. They're okay.
That's a fair response.
I agree.
I'm telling you, the only thing I was talking to Spud about this today, that once they start attacking our black kings,
Yeah,
what's going to have to happen, and this is pretty much Spud was saying this, of like, he's like, it's good, all the race is going to fall apart, and it's just going to be hetero dudes
yeah.
are going to have to right the ship. And I was proposing a flag, a new rainbow flag, but it's just a dong of like, it's like white, it's black, it's kind of Asian looking, and it's Mexican and, Latino.
Yes.
So just having just our rainbow flag of heterosexuality with like just one dong, just unite it in a bunch of different colors.
What's the background color?
I don't know. We'll have to figure
I think we
that
should
out.
just make this the background.
Yeah, just unite. Yeah, exactly.
Just this with dicks.
just a dick,
Straight dick.
just different colors,
With the dicks.
just like almost the dick, dude. Just like
When she's asking for, or when she answers the phone, give her the dick.
so yeah, that'd be pretty sick, dude. Yeah, heterosexual Christian men need to come together
We will.
Like, we could put the dicks as
from
the
all
flags.
backgrounds.
And we
Or
will unite
stars.
with the Muslim brothers. Our
You
Muslim
kidding me,
brothers
dude?
and
That's-
sisters are straight as hell.
That's
dude.
that's ultimate fucking.
Yes.
Tired of all this fucking bullshit. Me too.
Sorry about what we've been doing. I was just talking about that today. I was driving here to Philly and I was like, damn, ISIS, dude.
They're back on the
RIP.
map. They're
Are
back
they
on the map.
Good, dude. They were
They're
wild.
back on the map.
Yeah,
dude.
they must have got fucked up so hard.
Yeah.
They got fucked up, dude.
Yeah, dude,
They
they
were
got-
partying.
They had to take a break.
They were doing like donuts with tanks in like towns, cutting people's heads. They went to Paris. They fucked up Paris.
Yeah, dude.
They were wild.
They went international
And then they just got smoked.
level, dude. Now they're creeping back in. Well, it was just the administration changed.
Yeah.
Now they're an issue again. It's like, oh, by the way, ISIS is taking up territory in Afghanistan again.
Damn, they must have got fucking smoked though.
Dude. Or the media, they just get ignored.
They probably
Yeah.
got ignored for
They're
sure.
the same old G's, dude.
I don't think I think they got hit. Pretty good. I think they got fucking drilled.
Well, it must suck too when you're like just, you're just ISISing around. All of a sudden, you're like, wait, we are in major news in America. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna fuck us up,
Yes.
dude. Like, oh, not again. Is another Democrat in office?
Just
Fuck.
this would
Fuck.
be if we were ISIS, we'd be chilling here. All of a sudden, just the door would explode. Like 5 dudes would come in like,
True. All they're trying to do
They
is
got
cast
fucked
and
up,
chill over
dude.
there. They're trying to do videos like, woo.
yeah, like, yo, we're the best, dude. Well, they did take it a little far. They started cutting people's heads
Yo,
off.
I'm John from ISIS. I'm about to chop this infidel's head off.
Whoa. Don't be racist against ISIS. They've got enough troubles.
You're about to join up.
They've got enough on their plate.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm going to meet them. Like,
Yeah.
what's up, brothers? You guys also should just be Christians. Knock off that weird shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Enough of the fucking malarkey.
Muslims
Come back.
believe in Jesus.
They do.
They do.
They just believe that he's not the shit.
He's not Allah.
Yeah.
There can only be one Allah.
And they got Friday. Friday's their day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday's their day.
They do have a good point about one God.
Yeah.
They,
You know? They are monotheistic.
Oh, yeah.
They should have Fridays. Let them have Fridays so we can go out and party like God want us to.
You think God liked us partying on Fridays?
Yeah, dude.
What type of parties do you think he would like?
It's like prayer groups.
Don't let anybody tell you drinking's a sin, dude.
It's not in the Bible.
It certainly is not.
Well,
Jesus was like,
if
yo.
Jesus
let's
turned
get
water
fucking-
into wine.
Yeah, bro. Jesus liked to have a good drink.
Yeah, good time.
Yeah.
Hookers and alcohol are not.
Jesus knew what was coming, dude. He was getting a couple parties in.
Yeah, as long as you're not fucking,
True.
then you're good.
Just get your feet rubbed. Just get like your feet worked
Rub
on.
horse
By
feet.
your boy.
Dude,
Yeah.
True.
Do you think while Jesus was doing like one horse foot, he was like,
Just in the desert for 40 days.
I've been chilling with guys.
Dude, did you ever get I went one time, I think it was with Brittany. We got pedicures.
Oh,
Did you ever get a
yeah,
pedicure?
yeah.
It's fantastic.
It is
dude.
fantastic.
It's dude. The lady,
So nice.
The lady was. I'm not making this up. The lady was massaging my foot, pushing down, and my dick would move. And she noticed it, and she started laughing.
How'd she laugh?
Very polite,
clear, yes.
very polite laugh. But I was sitting there being like, "The fuck?" And she would hit the spot in my foot, and I'd be like, "Oh shit!" It went right to my bird.
She was jerking you off.
She was hitting me with reflexology.
Yeah,
dude.
she must have known. She knew it was coming.
Dude, it was fucked up. She was going like that, and I'd be like, "Yo, bro," I was pulsing, and then it started to flop in the gym shorts, and I was like, and I looked at her, and I was like, "Oh," and
You
she was
gotta
like,
talk that.
"Ah." I felt, dude, I was like, keep rolling, keep jerking me through my foot, dude. This is crazy.
Have you ever been jerked?
through my foot. No, not through my foot. Not in the washy. I got the pedicure though. I did get it. I got a mani pedi. It was nice, dude. Yeah.
Pretty tight. It sucks though if you get a full mani.
You did
Everyone
those
can tell.
gator hands a vet?
My ex-wife convinced me to do a mani before the wedding.
Yeah.
And I remember I had shiny nails, and it's
Yeah.
like everyone noticed them, and
Yeah.
it was hell.
Dude, I have
Yeah.
kind of nice nails.
You have
It is very
fantastic nails.
gay.
Great nails.
No, I
I
had.
am ashamed of my feminine nail.
You
bed.
do have. You have long.
Lady, look at my lady fingers.
I have booty diggers. Brittany calls these booty diggers.
Booty diggers.
Yeah, short, squat nails.
Yeah.
That's what a man's hand's supposed to look like. They're supposed to look like fucking toenails. I have fucking long lady
You
fingers.
have beautiful nail beds, dude.
I do have great nail beds.
Yeah, dude.
On short. I have white alligator hands, dude. I don't know why I'm shitting on you.
You have good hands for a guy who played like football.
Yeah, well, I have small hands, dude. I'm gay.
Billy has hamburger. We call him hamburger helper.
Yeah.
Billy's
got
got little
mitts.
hamburger helper hands. Yeah.
Oh,
God damn, dude. Mayor.
Yeah.
I'm glad you support DaBaby, dude.
yeah.
'Cause
Oh
again,
wait.
the fact that you prophesized the Black Civil War,
Yeah.
dude. You
So
were
wait,
on.
let me
you
hear
were-
this. You think black anime is on DaBaby's side?
Yeah.
Who else is on DaBaby? T.I.
Well, because
pretty much all the real rappers.
Well,
the
it's
Gs.
not about like this. It's about money. Like,
But then which side's Lil Uzi Vert on? Woke side?
I think
Lil
he'd be
Nas
on-
X? Lil Nas X might be leading the woke
He
side.
might be
Yeah.
the general.
He's
yeah.
the king of the wokes. Yeah.
He might be.
Yeah. Him and fucking Satan.
True that. Yeah,
I don't know if
It's
they're
gotta
li-
suck now as a black guy to be like gay now by default.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you guys are all gay. Didn't you know this?
I've been telling people they've been every
Does
black man on TV. He's either been like on major networks. He's either been gay or just like castrated on TV.
Yeah,
you know what
bro.
I mean? Like they haven't really been. There's no like can you think of any straight aggressive black man on television right now
Just
from any
on
show that
television?
you watch? Just any show on
Terry
television.
Crews.
Terry Crews is no. Terry Crews is literally the softest black man on TV.
Charlemagne the God just got a show.
Kind of a bitch.
Kind of soft. I don't know. He's making money now. He's not like doing the shit he was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Nick Cannon.
Do you remember when
Nick Cannon's a king.
Charlemagne the God
Nick Cannon.
he sniffed J-Lo's seat? when she was
Swag.
on the podcast.
Were you trying to cancel him, dude?
No, that was fucking badass.
Did he do that
No,
on
no.
TV?
Yeah, on like his show, on his radio show. It's like on YouTube.
Yeah. Dude, that's a strong family, man.
Dude, he has some wild. Show him his wild.
Yeah. Nick Cannon, Wild and Out is back.
True.
Yeah.
He's a strong Christian man. I'm trying
No,
to think.
Nick
Who
Cannon's
else?
on. I feel like all those people you're naming are on the side, on my side.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Well,
sure.
you asked us to name
Yeah.
Trying to think.
hetero
But-
African American
Yeah.
men.
Yeah. But like, dude, okay. I think I got to rephrase the
I
question.
think Anthony Anderson's kind of,
No, they're hetero.
but they did, yeah, they
Yeah.
neutered. Blackish is fucking ridiculous.
Black people on TV are neutered. That's what Terry Crews,
Steve Harvey's
Steve
pretty
Harvey's
neutered.
still a bro.
Swag.
He's like sneaking it in there.
He's still a bro.
Yeah.
True. He is a bro.
I
A
love
lot of
to
their
hang out
old
with Steve
comics are
Harvey.
real, like, they attack Steve Harvey all the time.
They
Do
try.
they?
A lot of ironic, like, I love Steve Harvey. It's like, bro, I genuinely love Steve
Yeah.
Harvey.
Of course.
His radio show and he gives his inspirational
Oh, yeah.
speeches, dude. I fucking love them.
Yeah.
People try to shit on him, like, dude,
His,
he-
They got
all
rid of all
comics
the, They got
love-
rid of the strong white men.
Yeah.
Tim Allen,
dude,
gone.
gone. Snitch. He's a snitch.
Oh
Tim
yeah,
Allen?
true.
Tim Allen's a snitch. Yeah,
Yeah.
got out of jail. He snitched. He snitched on the plug.
Is that how he got out of jail?
Yeah, he got caught with a ton of fucking coke. Look up how much coke Tim Allen got caught with. He did like 2 years.
He did 2 years. And I
He was
like,
Mr. 17.5.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he must really be good at open mic comedy for them to let him out of jail.
Who else? They got rid of Roseanne. Another
Roseanne,
strong white
strong-
man. She was just talking that shit.
They're trying to fucking behead Rogies in the
They're
worst.
wishing they could.
Every time I
behead
check my
Rogies.
news, it's like, why Joe Rogan can't blah. They're
Yeah.
trying to get him, bro.
They can't get Rogies,
No.
dude.
They got rid of Ellen.
Ellen.
They got rid of Ellen. She was mean though. I would read the
She was-
news and like
no,
Ellen's
she wasn't.
mean
I think she was a
again.
nasty woke, dude.
She was a nasty woke.
I think she was a nasty little woke.
Yeah,
a
they-
nasty
wrong.
little woke. I
Although she
think,
was chilling with George W. She might have ruled.
I think
That's when they started to turn on her.
yeah,
True.
I know somebody. There's someone I know who writes for Ellen. He's a pub, and he was telling me there's like a secret Hollywood
pub?
He's
Republican.
a pub, Republican.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he was telling me there's like a secret Hollywood. There's like a lot of people who work there that are like,
Of course.
Yeah, all of them. They get their taxes and like, yeah, I don't want to pay 60%. Like, yeah.
yeah,
I saw a fun thing. Did you see? I think they're bringing it up now. They're trying to sue the pharmaceutical companies because Huntington, West Virginia, in the last I think it was 8 years, received 81 million pills.
What?
81 million.
What?
81 million.
We're like written in scripts and sent
Of
out.
like oxys.
Jesus
81 million.
Christ.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
yeah.
Jesus.
81 million is the number, and it's like, holy shit, dude, the town.
What time span?
In that one city,
From in the heart of it. So from 08 to 14.
I mean, you could crunch the numbers. You get like 30 of them a month. You're supposed to get.
yeah,
It's
one of them.
81
ridiculous.
million?
81 million. Pretty funny. That's that show,
Jesus,
that
man.
heroin show on Netflix. This lady just went around in Huntington and just everyone was ODing.
Oh yeah.
Dudes are ODing at Sheets.
Oh,
Just dropping, dude.
Not
Ordering,
Sheetz.
just. Yeah, that was the one that they would Narcan people and they'd be like, oh, fuck.
In the beer
Sorry.
cave.
holy.
There's a pretty beer cave, dude. Although it was in West Virginia, so there might have been a beer cave.
Okay.
Yeah, it was funny. It was like you know that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio where he's like, "Oh," that's how I was. I was watching. I was like, "Oh, Sheets! That guy's dying at Sheets." That's a true Vikings death,
Dude,
dude.
in front of the red box.
ODing
Oh,
at
yeah.
Sheets, and people were still buying Mountain Dews. Like people were just in line, like
Do you think they bury you with like what you ordered? Yeah, you get buried with like a chicken parm fucking hoagie,
yeah.
toasted roll.
He,
It's
ordered
fucking.
he couldn't make it before Sheets of order. He just
He got one last sheet. Damn. And while you're ODing, he must have been like, I just gotta get Sheets.
Do you wish to continue?
I do. Actually, I don't even care anymore.
Everyone places like one chip on your casket.
ODing at Sheets is the king's death. dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sitting there. Yo, I've been scouring Sheets. I've been looking for those banana bites.
Oh, dude, you try to find them.
I'm on a fucking quest myself.
Dude, they-
I might be Gawain. I might be the Green Knight trying to find these banana bites, dude. And everyone keeps asking, like, where did you see him? I was like, rest stop in Connecticut. I've just been looking for them, dude.
I turned Shane out, dude.
yeah.
I got him the banana bite. They're
Oh,
so good.
yeah.
Dude. Dark chocolate and the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Eat them both.
Yeah. Is it
Some guy turned me out, actually. He told me about it. I was like, I love these
Some
banana
guy
bites.
turned you out.
He's like, you ever do dark chocolate and peanut butter together? And I was like,
Reese's banana cup.
dude, the banana bites. They're just
What are they called? Are they called banana
bites? Yeah.
I've been
I
searching.
know exactly what
You
you're
know what I'm
talking
talking
about. Black bag, yellow logo.
Yep.
Yeah,
They have a bunch of different flavors now.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate. They have ones that are chocolate and
I need to
peanut butter.
find them. Do you get them at Whole Foods?
They're at. Are they? I think they're at Whole. I think they are there.
Where have you been finding them?
They're usually at Whole.
I usually see
You
them
just
pop
stumble
up.
upon them
Yeah,
occasionally.
they're just like wild raspberries. You just happen upon them, dude. But yeah, they
Not Wawa's. They might be at Quick Checks.
I've been trying to have it.
CVS kind
I've
of.
been
CVS, yeah.
desperately searching for these things.
They're there.
I went to a CVS.
They
They weren't there.
Whole Foods should have. Whole Foods
I did
usually
search a
has
CVS.
them. Whole Foods usually has Banana Baby.
Target has them. I went to a Target. They weren't there.
Might be-
I didn't go to Giant. It's funny. I did go to CVS and Target. Some Starbucks have
Some
them?
Starbucks. Yeah, that's a good
Been
bet.
to Starbucks lately.
This isn't your.
Really?
We'll go get some Banana Baby. Maybe you order them off of GoPuff. They're so fucking good, dude.
Did you guys ever
They're
watch
nice.
Sexy Beast? Did you watch the new Sexy
What
Beast?
the movie?
No, there's a new.
The movie's the shit.
No, I didn't even know there was a movie.
Sexy Beast?
No.
Who is that?
I forget, dude. It's a British guy or something.
Yeah. Is
like-
it Richard Gere?
No, it's not Richard Gere.
Is it
He's a Sexy
Pierce
Beast.
Brosnan?
Look up who Sexy Beast is. I don't know, but dude. But yeah, it fucking rules. He gets in the. You never saw Sexy
No.
Beast?
It's funny we're just becoming Rogan, except just for gay stuff. Like he's always like, Jamie, pull up an elk. Ours is like, yeah, who's that fucking hot guy? Where can we find chocolate bites? Just fat gay Rogan.
Fuck, man. Where were we at time wise, by the way? Just so I have it.
We're coming up on 45.
Oh my god.
This thing's going slow.
It's fucking crawling.
This old
Okay,
fucking
so
banana
maybe-
bites fucking slowing us down, dude.
They have them on GoPuff.
GoPuff has banana bites?
What flavors?
Dark chocolate and peanut butter.
Gotta get him here for the page.
Yeah,
Fire that up.
Fire him up, bro. I'll
No,
pay you
don't
out
worry.
of petty
I'll
cash.
fire it up.
No, it's
Dude.
a Sexy Beast. It's a dating show where they dress people up like animals and like they dress them up like furries or aliens, and they make them like figure out if each other's hot to like, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So what happens if if you match with someone in like a costume level? do they ever do the reveal where people are
Yeah,
like,
at the end, they like once they eliminate someone,
No,
they're like,
order the banana bites. We'll pay you.
once they do the end of
One-on-one.
the date, once they're like, this person's eliminated, they reveal them.
Yes, please.
They reveal they reveal them.
Pardon me, we're ordering banana bites. Don't try to podcast.
So
Yeah.
you're saying they're in the costume.
Yeah, and they're on dates. It's like a wolf and a panda.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, and a statue and like a tiger. And they're all like on it's like a next. Not next, but like a eliminate. Yeah.
That would suck if you like got into being like, wait, could you put that back on?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm falling in love with this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I really love those beaver teeth you had. Yeah.
I watched Alone. You ever watch Alone?
No, what's that?
It's good. There's one season on Netflix. It's on the History Channel, but they just drop people off in the Arctic by Slave Lake in Canada. And I mean, I didn't name it. And
Oh my
yeah, they
God.
just see who can stay the longest. You get like 10 items. They just put you in the Arctic. Anyway, this guy
That's
who
wild.
I watched a guy kill a porcupine with a log.
What?
He just ran up on it and bashed it. The same guy killed a muskox. He stabbed the muskox.
Damn.
Dude, they used to
He shot it with an arrow and then had to keep running up to it and stabbing it and running away. It's pretty
What?
dark, yeah.
did you ever get how
Kinda sad.
the Indians used to convince buffaloes to like move walk off of cliffs?
No.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And they used to do it in Europe as well. The same thing back in like the 1500 BC. So they would put on a buffalo head.
Oh, and run them off a cliff.
Well, they would like do like a silly buffalo dance, and the buffaloes would be like. It was funny as they talked about how they would kind of do the buffalo dance, and like some guy stunk at it, so they go
get
out. And the
trucked.
buffaloes are just like, nah. Yeah, they also
Yeah.
you could get gored as
Yeah.
well. But they would
Buffaloes
the guys.
are big, dude.
They're huge.
You ever see dudes get rocked by those?
No, I've
Dude,
never.
I think there's a video. I hope he's Asian. I believe it's an Asian tourist at Yellowstone.
Getting
He's
rocked
just
by a
walking
buffalo?
up to a buffalo just
Yeah.
sends him like there's a pine tree for like you can see how high he got because he gets sent like to the top of this tree. Look it up. Look it up. He seems Asian. Don't get me wrong. It could be white dork,
True.
but he did have an Asian's demeanor when it came to taking pictures. He didn't walk straight up to a buffalo. Like he got drunk. All right. So they used to dance in front of him.
They would dance. There's like one guy who was like the leader of the village, and he'd put on the gear, and you go, and they would just walk. You get them to just rush over you, and then eventually the guys, your whole squad, would come behind them and chase them, and they just run straight off a cliff, and you had someone down there just butchering them up.
Yeah.
That's good eating, bro.
That is. That'd be tough butchering though. They'd all be gnarled up, you know.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of broken up. You just
Yeah.
continue hacking. Some of them wouldn't die. They'd fall, and they'd just be like, fucking take them out real quick. You just let them fall on the rocks.
That's surprising. The Native Americans are usually a little more honorable when it came to killing the Tatanka.
No, that's how they rocked, dude.
It was bullshit, dude.
They were picking out.
I don't like that. Probably became fat. They probably became lads.
Probably.
That tribe definitely just was like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, we're going
moving
south. Yeah, we're going south.
Chilling, dude.
I heard there's gold down there. That might be how they became lads, dude.
Yeah, we beat the lads. 1-0 in soccer.
Really?
U.S. men's team.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, the women lost to Canada.
Again?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh.
I was loving it, dude. They lost 1-0. They're eliminated.
That'd be nice for like a double shutout.
The Lady Maple Leafs fucking sent them packing, dude.
Did they really? They're done. They're out.
They're out, dude. Well, I think
See
they
about
have
that pay raise now.
Third place game. Meanwhile, the men's backups won the Gold Cup. Easy money.
What?
Yeah, bro.
They beat the lads?
The lads brought their A team. You want to know what's fucking
Backup beat the A team.
Our backups beat Mexico's number one team.
Let's go.
Yeah, it
I
was
hate
nice.
to be working in a restaurant right now. Lads are probably fired
I
up.
was thinking that.
Pussy ass. Because now like the communists are into like soccer and shit.
Yeah.
So probably like, hey,
Oh,
I'm
man.
sorry. I'm trying to support you through your experience, but our team beat your team.
There's a guy at the Comedy Cellar whose favorite team is Mexico. USA was playing Mexico, and we were watching it, and he was like, I cheer for Mexico. And I was like, what? And he was like, dude, they're like poor. This is like all they have. I was like, you don't think there's poor Americans that like this?
Also,
wrong with you?
that's exactly what I'm talking about. They go up like, hey, sorry, man. It's like, not your fault. Your country's poor and stinks. I'm sorry we beat you in soccer. Like,
I saw some
if you want
guys-
to talk, I'm here.
I saw some guys working construction.
Yeah.
I almost rolled down the window and be like, you fellas catch the game last night?
Really?
I thought about it.
Dude, it'd be fired up.
The lads would get
You'd
it.
have to have a hot chick on your screen. Like, just kidding, guys. Check out this hot chick on my phone. Check out this still of a hot chick.
This is how lame America is, though. Every time we play them, it's always, sometimes it's in New England, but they always either put it where the lads are going to pack the stadium.
Yeah.
In the United States. So like
Oh,
this
really?
one was in Vegas, packed,
Really?
wall to wall.
What about in
lads.
Texas?
They usually put it in Texas.
Kind of
like
a fuck you,
Arlington.
though. Be like, hey, remember you used to have this? It's ours now.
True, I do agree with that.
Oh, and we beat you in soccer.
Yeah, and we beat you in soccer. Our team, it was a backup. So we had no idea what the sport was, dude.
Damn.
Guys were running around. They're like, what even is this?
Like, do we throw this?
Headed it in. Yeah. It was
How do we
nice.
beat them with our backup guys?
You know, we're just the
U.S.
best,
is
dude.
good. We're going to have a good
Well,
team.
all they do is kick it high. The goalie is
True.
like, no.
That is how he scored on a header. Yeah. And the giant black dude fucking headed it in. Yes, dude. Finally, the black guys are playing fucking soccer. This is what I've wanted this for so long.
That's all we need.
Every time, dude, I get so mad when the U.S. loses. You guys are lucky LeBron James doesn't play soccer. I get so mad, dude. I'm such a pussy.
we send out like Hollister models to go play soccer. There's
our
like
guys,
hot white guys.
dork white guys.
Stink,
Yeah,
dude.
bring out the bros, dude.
Bring out the fucking
Just
kings,
the
dude.
NFL corners. You know how good they'd be at soccer?
Crazy.
It'd be ridiculous.
It should be mandated.
Richard Sherman should play soccer now.
He should.
They should do if the NFL players don't get a vaccine, they have to play Olympic soccer.
He's so good, like right away. Yeah, it fires me up, dude.
Yeah, man.
Although there is an argument to be made against it because the best teams in the world are like Spain, and they're like short. The best players were like short, weird guys.
Isn't Ronaldo tall as fuck
Ronaldo's tall,
and hot?
but Messi's not.
Yeah, he's a short guy.
Yeah, he's a short king.
Nice.
Whatever happened to Freddie Adu?
He flopped,
Yeah, he's
unfortunately.
gone.
Okay.
That was our hope. That was the first time like a black guy was playing American soccer. And we were all like, yo. Shout out Kobe Jones, though.
Yeah, the camera was just like,
Yeah, like, he's 16 and black.
this is exciting.
This finally.
In exciting sports news, a young black kid is playing soccer.
We got some good bros, though. Our team
Do we
now,
really?
Serginho Dest. You're
Hell
going to
yeah.
like him.
I'm gonna like that guy.
You're going to like Serginho Dest.
I always see the African bros. They're playing. They all play. They pick up soccer. And they'll meet.
True.
Near, yeah, there's some good boys playing soccer near me.
Do you want black guys to get good at soccer?
Yeah.
I do,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I don't think Africans are black though.
True. Now this is the original Civil War, dude.
True.
This is the original, dude. There's a lot.
True. I will say this though: the Africans are going to join DaBaby's side.
Oh yeah,
when they
dude.
find out the rules.
Oh yeah, dude.
They're going to forget about pulling your pants up real quick.
We are fighting about what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
They're going to be pissed about anime though. They're not going to
They'll,
like that.
they'll probably fuck.
They'll like that. Have you seen their soap operas? That's what they like. They like African soap operas.
They all dress like their favorite soap opera star, dude. You're absolutely right.
They love like the worst shit on earth. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my
You ever
god.
seen Nollywood movies?
Bollywood?
Nollywood. It's
Nolly-
like Nigerian
oh,
Hollywood
shit.
movies.
No.
Is that what I'm
Yeah.
thinking? Like
Yeah.
with the like, where are you going?
Yeah, he's just dodging bullets like the mask.
Do they have like a version of Taken where like a whole school gets abducted?
Where Muslims scale the
I-
wall
I
and
ha-
behead a school. The Christians have to stop them.
I have your kid.
Which one? All of them.
No, there are 80 of them.
Yeah.
We want one.
He calls Michelle Obama.
True.
What are your demands? You need to convert. No. Yeah, I like it. So you think Africans are not black?
No.
Why? Why do you think
Because I
this?
feel like black in the sense that's defined by the culture is uniquely American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
love the culture. The culture.
I love the
The
fucking
culture's
culture,
getting
dude.
split up, bro.
Yeah.
Culture's under fire right now.
Yeah. It's just growing pains and the thing of like people adapting it. Like, I don't know. Because there's a lot of like
Elites, go on.
would you
These
say
are the elites.
the elites? Yeah. There are elite blacks. Yeah, now. And they're like and they're trying to like there's like there's this
You're talking about Don Lemon. Go on.
I don't know how to, they're just trying to like force people out of the hood. But there's people who are like, I'm good here. And they're like, no, you gotta leave. But there's people like, this is where I wanna be.
Yeah.
So it's like there's
Well,
this
that's a
thing
problem,
where,
but
yeah, where like the elite blacks want to take all the blacks up, and there's some who are just like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. All right.
Well,
Well, here's the issue as I see it. I'm a black conservative. I'm a black conservative. For some reason, American black people, like there's a lot of people who tie their authenticity to like the poorest, they call the black community. It's poor black people.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a little microscope on that community after DaBaby sounded off. And then they're going to see like, well, you know, this and that. Blah, blah. Then you go, all right, well, homophobia aside, let's get into like lyrics about just like constantly murdering people and how does it, because no one's wanted to touch this with a 10-foot pole
Yeah.
besides
Wait, can we
Candace
say
O.
okay? Homophobic, black or not homophobic, right? We like the gay people. we
damn,
like.
Candace Owens is gonna be on DaBaby's side.
Yeah, she will, but she'll also be like, the point I think Candace Owens
She
will
might
make,
be a separatist movement.
she'll just basically say like they're rapping about murdering people anyway. Like,
Yeah.
you think a guy who's talking about murdering people is going to be like, hey, dude, don't cross the line of transphobia.
That's what they
Yeah.
want. Yeah, that is what they
Yeah,
want.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
And they've gotten that a little bit. Like they've gotten it with
Little.
like Jay-Z being like, I support Hillary Clinton, y'all.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Yeah, throw up the rock.
Throw up the fucking Democrat Party.
it's like when they throw the money above the culture. That's what happens. Like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Well, be curious, dude. I think I think you're absolutely right. I think there's a civil war coming.
it's brewing. It's been
I
bubbling.
mean, Don Lemon, Trevor Noah versus like Waka Flocka Flame.
He's a vegan.
A lot, dude. Don't even get me started on Dr. Sebi and all
yeah.
the black
Yeah.
thug vegan dudes.
Yeah,
I was just telling Noah on the way here, best smoothie places now, the black-owned ones. Especially if they get into Dr. Sebi stuff,
Yeah.
it's the hands-down best smoothies.
Really?
Which you want to stay away from. And this is just facts on the ground. Asian smoothie places.
Whoa.
Not the best. Not the best. I'm coming here on record and
What do
saying,
they put in their smoothies?
like fucking like syrup and shit. I don't know. It's just not like
MSG.
this is from my personally. I'm gonna speak my truth right now. It's from my personal experience. When I go into the place and I see like a black owned smoothie place, I'm like, yes, dude, it's Dr. Sebi.
Jackpot.
They're reading all the things like ginger does this, blah 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 blah. Blueberries cure AIDS, and I'm like, I knew it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Going to the Asian smoothie place, like a Smoothie King, bro.
Smoothie King.
Tropical smoothie.
Yeah. Isn't that's a chain?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you'll even it's from my experience. I always go,
You like it?
no, go in there. It's just like fucking syrup.
Oh,
See him making like a strawberry banana, just pounding the syrup in there, and I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
No syrup.
You want regulars. You want a good smoothie.
I'm trying to heal my body. I'm trying to cure AIDS, dude. Dr. Sebi, they alleged Dr. Sebi got killed because he was like, I have a dietary plan that can take people.
And it was blueberries.
It was his was a bunch of different stuff. His was a plant-based diet and being an alkaline. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
But he got killed.
See.
Dr. Sebi I think they said he got killed.
Really? Who killed him?
Dude, he went to court. Apparently, he had a court date.
And Nipsey.
Yeah, he was tied. He was doing a Dr. Sebi documentary.
Yeah. Who do you think killed him? The pharmaceutical companies?
Chinese smoothie makers. The same guys who make fentanyl make Chinese smoothies. But no, I don't know. I don't know who got him. Yeah. But yeah, Dr. Sebi was apparently like crossing the border.
Nipsey was making a documentary about him.
About Sebi. So apparently he had his day in court because they were like, dude, you can't be making the claims you're making. He was like, I'll bring a bunch of people in. He had a bunch of people testify like, yeah, his meal plan helped with X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And then they killed him.
How'd they kill Sebi?
He was coming back from another country and they just detained him and then he died in jail.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, some of the cops that were at the riot thing in January 6th are like killing themselves.
Yeah, one of them did.
Three have now.
3 of the cops killed themselves?
Yeah. 3 of the
from
cops.
PTSD or from the Clintons?
I don't know. 3 people. It's like bizarre. 3 people who were there. Apparently that event was so traumatic, dude. It's like how much PTSD am I being exposed to at family parties, dude? If it's
probably for a cop. Like if you're a cop there.
They're probably conflicted because they all probably wanted to storm the Capitol too. 4 cops who were there.
Let's get that one for the thumb. Let's get that one.
4 cops who are at the. What's like the? I mean, cops deal with like all kinds of wild, crazy shit. What is it about like dudes in like hiked up jeans?
Wasn't there like a thing where a bunch of the cops testified and it ended up kind of like hurting the case to do an investigation?
Really?
Like I think a bunch of cops testified and everyone, all the public, the people that were in favor of investigating this, saw these testimonies and were like, "Nah, we're good. We don't need to investigate."
Yeah, well, most cops also aren't like bleeding heart liberals, so they probably were like, when they were getting stormed, they were probably like,
definitely, they were like opening gates.
Yeah,
they really were
opening gates. Yeah.
Yeah,
people thought it was a conspiracy. They're like, "Why'd they open the gates?" It's like, because the guy
love this shit.
He's a Punisher logo on his pistol. He loves this.
Just
shit.
go look at cops' Facebook profiles, dude. It's nothing but
it's all them in this in their squad car.
But yeah, dude, their off-duty cops' cars are so fucking funny.
Oh, the vehicles
they're so souped, dude. They're so it's always like raised. Whenever you see like an aggressively raised up Jeep, you're like, what the fuck? It's just a cop.
It's like a Dodge car Charger
coming back from like a 12-hour shift. Fucking, it must be crazy coming home as a cop and being like, I could have fucking done that. I could have got that guy. I could have done this better.
Yeah,
it's pretty. That's a nuts fucking job, dude.
It is a nuts job.
Then you're one.
Now
day,
everyone's like, now some fucking kid from Penn's like, fuck yeah.
I know,
it's
dude.
like, dude, you have no idea what I'm protecting you from.
It's crazy.
You have no idea.
It's crazy.
Oh, but man, I think the banana bites have arrived.
Dude, 4
Is that the banana bites?
4 of those guys killed themselves.
No, we'll
wrap up.
We'll wrap up, yeah.
Isn't that nuts that 4 of those guys fucking killed themselves?
Yeah, save it for the page.
True.
Let's delve into it.
True.
Lemaire, I'm sure you have some theories on this.
What are we looking at?
I'm hype.
Excellent.
Or do you want to keep it rolling?
No, let's eat some banana. We need some carbs.
We need banana bites.
Carbohydrates.
I'll be in Rochester, New York this weekend. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of August. The 12th, 13th, and 14th, I'll be at Zanies in Nashville. 19th, 20th, and 21st of August, I'll be at the Stress Factory in New Jersey.
Hey.
That could be one. That's an easy one.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah. Lemaire, you got anything to plug?
Yes, I have a podcast. It's called Panties in the Mouth. Please.
Don't you get sick of saying that?
No.
That name?
Never.
Oh, I hate it.
Never.
That's
love
with you, Andy, and Nate, right?
Yeah.
It's a good group.
Yeah. I love making hosts. People who introduce me say it. It's awesome.
Nate just came out to Pittsburgh. You did great.
Yeah. He was saying he was blasted.
He got
Nate parties
Nate gets
like a
fucked
motherfucker,
up.
Yeah,
bro.
Nate parties.
He's quiet.
Yeah, he does, and he keeps it cool. Like you don't really know he's that fucked
That's
up.
because he's built like
Yeah.
the Pennsylvania groundhog from the lottery commercials. He looks like Gus the groundhog.
Nate's shaking his goddamn motherfucking head right now, dude.
No, I told Nate this weekend he looked like Gus. There was a billboard. I was like, "That's you, dude." Nate looks like Gus.
Damn, dude. I can't wait till all the races of straight men join. We have to just learn how to. We all know how to goof around, dude. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a trick. Is
Prohibition, dude.
If black dudes are willing to, that's going to be a tough one to concede on us doing gay stuff. Because the white guys love gay stuff.
We might have to knock it off.
We can't knock it off.
Muslim do take gay stuff too.
True.
Typically, yes.
A couple of us white boys get tossed off.
White boys love doing gay
Some
stuff.
Jamaicans, we'll get fucking like Jamaicans will disappear
Jamaicans,
us, dude.
Muslims get a hold of us playing grab dick.
We might have to stop.
We're not going to stop, dude. So, Jackass, the new Jackass is coming out. You think we're going to stop?
Yeah, you're going to see nothing but white guys like jumping steps.
Dude, Woodstock 99 documentary came out.
True.
White guys are fired up.
True.
Jackass is coming out.
Oh my god, dude.
It's about to be white.
That's our like that's our fucking sirens.
White boy summer.
We all have to face.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's the end of the white boy summer.
It's white boy fall, dude. It's white boy
yeah,
autumn.
exactly. White boy summer goes right into white boy fall.
White
We
boy-
come alive in the fall.
Very
dude.
white autumnal season headed this way.
Oh yeah.
Big sweater season.
Oh my god.
We love leaves,
True.
falling leaves. Although it is white girl fall every time.
Yeah, they
love
kind
the
of
fall.
dominate the fall. White chicks
Pumpkins.
dominate the fall. Yeah.
Pumpkin spice. I know that's hack, but it's true.
So good too though.
Pumpkin spice?
God, dude.
Yeah, pumpkin cookies. My aunt used to make some pumpkin cookies. I used to fucking house
They're so good.
house them, dude.
I thought pumpkin pie was it until I
Does it
encountered
taste like pussy at all?
pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie tastes like motherfucking
I
pussy.
know I had no pumpkin pie. Yes, it's the second time I've referenced that set.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, sweet potato pie gives it a run for its money though. Sweet potato pie is very good.
Really?
Oh my god, bro. Sweet potato pie is like if pumpkin pie if they came out with something better, like it is pumpkin pie, it's just better.
Really?
So fucking good, dude.
Sweet potato pie, is that an African American cuisine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was holding it down in the pumpkin pie for I was like, nobody makes pies better than my mommy's pumpkin pie. And I tasted sweet potato pie and was like, oh my god. Oh my fuck.
Everything
God.
they do.
Sorry, Mom.
Everything they do is the best.
The sweet potato pie I'll give.
Really?
I'll give it up.
I'm standing my ground. I'm DaBaby in Walmart right now. I'm DaBaby in Walmart, dude.
I tried.
It's pumpkin.
I was like, you don't understand, pumpkin pie is so good. And I tasted sweet potato pie and I was like, god
Damn it.
shit. Fuck.
Is this true?
I'm a sweet potato pie man. But
What have you had both?
Yes.
What do you think about pumpkin pie?
Well, it's not that it's not bad. It's just not as sweet.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not as sweet.
Yeah.
Does pussy taste like sweet? That's gonna be. We got to switch the mojo a little.
Yeah, we
The
gotta,
feng
we gotta play around. You
shui.
gotta play around with stuff, dude.
Yeah. Now, Matt, you want to talk about sexual stuff?
I just one thing. I don't want to be gross.
Matt told
about
me
this.
on the little interim we just took
Yeah.
that he wanted to talk about sexuality.
I
was like
dude, I just want to. This is a thing that I stumbled upon. My wife was gone. She was away.
And you were looking
Yeah.
at pornography. On
I was
the internet.
looking. I was viewing. I did really good though. It was about a 4-day period, and
You did really
Yeah.
good.
I'm saying I didn't pig out every night.
Right.
Just
I
pig
waited
out.
Because I'm a
No,
married guy
dude.
too, and I barely watch pornography.
Yeah.
But
It
every once
starts-
in a while, I get caught watching pornography, and
You
she
get
gets
caught?
Yeah, she gets mad.
How do you get caught?
I
I mean, I've got caught a couple times, but
because I look at OnlyFans. So she.
you can't link the credit card, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pigging out. You got to use the
I'm
free
pigging
stuff,
out.
man.
I was
Yeah.
thinking, like-
Although, go ahead.
Which
Well, if
I don't
you
think
if you can't like jerk off to the OnlyFans preview though, you just don't have a good power of imagination. It's just like you gotta use your
but
mind a little
that
more.
preview hooks you.
Yeah.
Gets you in there.
I always wondered. I'm like, how do people do this OnlyFans stuff? I got into. Did you ever get into tantric JOIs?
No.
Wait, what is
All right,
JOI?
yeah, see, this is why he
Jerk off
can't.
instruction.
He's
I
like, yeah, I
see.
did good because he does pig out.
What do you mean?
That's pigging out, dude.
Tantric JOIs is
JOIs,
respectful.
you're pigging
No,
out.
that's respectful. I might bring my wife in on it. And be like, this is the most respectful stuff I've ever seen. Do you know what I'm talking about,
I have no idea
understand
what you're
it
talking about
is.
now.
dude? A tantric JOI.
Yeah.
It's this lady who's like basically like, if you want, you can look at me if you want, but like, don't even think about coming. Stop. You're just upset. All you're doing is trying to come. Just breathe. So like she's telling you how to breathe, and the way she's telling you how to breathe, you feel it in your penis. You breathe, you go all the way down, and you're like, oh, that is a little bit of a tickle, dude.
Really?
And
Is this on-
she's just training you to just don't be a pig. Don't be like, I'm gonna fucking come. She's like,
Yeah.
slow it down. But then it keeps ending, and it's like, I'm like, what? And I'm not getting the final instructions. And I genuinely was like, probably, I could join her OnlyFans. She's doing a good thing. It's like meditating.
Did you
basically.
join her OnlyFans?
No, but I'm thinking about it.
You
Dude.
should.
I might.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Dude, honestly, it was the only time I've ever jerked off and been like, that was good. That was good. That was a
Yeah.
good thing. I learned how to breathe with my penis, dude. send
that's something
feelings
I
out
would
of my
be like,
penis,
this is
dude.
bad. I shouldn't
Good.
have these powers.
No, it's good, dude.
I
It's
just
good.
like seeing a girl try to audition for a calendar,
Yeah.
and then she ends up getting doggy styled.
Yeah,
And then I finish and I say, thank you for your service, and I go about my day.
I open it up now. I get turned off
Or
by
I
it,
fall
man.
asleep.
I open it up and it's just disgusting.
What?
Porn.
Every time I open a porn thing,
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
disgusting.
Well, it's like 99% of it is like garbage,
Yeah,
and
like
then you have
sickening.
that voice in the back of your head where you're like, "Is this human trafficking?" Like this like, oh, I finally found my video because like I'm into like I like the homemade or like the iPhone shot. I just find like
Yeah.
all the other shit like way too fake, and then it's like some of it's like ex-girlfriend or whatever. Like you don't know how real it is.
True.
But the thing is like. Real, authentic, like actual people having sex is more of a turn on, but at the same time, it's like, well, that's more likely to be revenge porn or like trafficking or whatever the fuck. So you can't really win.
Tantric JOI, dude.
Yeah, I guess that's
She'll be a
that's
slave.
ethical
She'll be a
pornography.
sex
This
slave,
is
dude.
not a slave. This is a free lady.
How do you know it's not a slave?
She's so free, dude.
You never know.
If there was like a Russian dude with a bat behind her, it would be so funny.
It's like how they train elephants. Like, how did they teach this lady to make my dick breathe?
dude.
They
It's,
hit her with sticks.
I'm telling you, I wish I remembered her name. I'll have to find her, dude. But I was like, that was only one. And I
Who's
was like,
OnlyFans you buying? People you know?
True.
Because then,
no.
yes, I could see how your wife would be
Right,
upset.
yeah, but not really. No, but
Not really?
people that
Yeah,
I
what the
like
hell?
follow on Twitter, but don't know personally.
Right.
And then
So you get into like Twitter porn.
yeah, I guess yeah.
I'm nervous with Twitter stuff.
Well,
I feel
yeah.
like I want to retweet something. Like, shit.
Yeah, it just means so little to me that I
There
don't
was a
even
girl.
Yeah, yeah.
think anything of
There
it.
was a girl and her boyfriend that came to a show, and it turned out they did porn together, and I feasted.
You feasted.
I didn't. I felt weird. It felt weird.
Yeah, of course.
I did feast slightly, and then I was like, "This is
You-
something's wrong." I've met these people. I've seen that dude.
yeah.
I jerked off to I watched a guy I've met. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's how you end up in like an orgy, like kind of like with a
I'm
dude
the
like
last thing
rubbing
an
your
orgy
shoulders.
wants to see, dude.
Nah, you'd be surprised,
Rolling
dude.
in.
Dude, they would love
I'll
it.
tell you what. I had to sit next. This just reminds me of like fat people on planes.
Yeah.
That's
Fat dudes
honestly
on-
my
some
fat,
guys like-
fat guys in an orgy must just be like, please don't sit next to me. Please don't sit. Fuck, he's looking at my fucking seat. I had to sit next to. Look, I'm big, but I don't.
Yeah.
This lady was massive, and I had to sit next to her on my flight to Rochester. And thank Christ it was a 1 hour flight. But
Yeah.
dude, she couldn't fit in the seat. She lifted the arm bar so that she could sit down, and then closed it through her fat. The fat spilled under and over the armrest, and I had to fucking sit next to her.
What?
And I'm the second biggest guy on the fucking plane.
Yeah,
Be kinda
she
fun.
big dogged you.
Oh,
What if like the plane like smashed and you got to see her like go like Kirby and Smash Brothers and like flying through the air?
when the plane was taxiing, I've been playing Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
I know all about this.
Yeah.
When the throttle was the whole way up, but they hadn't started. And while it was moving, she had her arms crossed on top of her bulbous fucking stomach. And while the plane was moving, she was totally just jiggling
Just rocking
like
away.
a fucking plate of Jello.
Imagine she's like,
Just-
"Hey, are you that guy who lost his job?" Just like making it worse.
And she smelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I smelled her fucking BO through the mask.
Yeah.
And then it was so bad, and I'm never mean to people.
Yeah, yeah.
But a stewardess came by and was like, "Can I move my seat?" Like I said, it clearly earshot. I mean, we were
Yeah.
touching the entire
You're
flight,
like, can I move?
and there was an open seat behind me. And then she was like, "Yeah, well, give it a second. The gate's not closed yet." And a guy came on and sat. I was like,
God.
"Fuck."
You couldn't switch? Oh, yeah.
That was
she had-
fuming. I've
yeah.
never been fuming like that at another person.
Yeah.
I was fuming so bad I wanted to be like, "Yo, you can't do this." I was close. Like the whole time I was like, "What? How do I say it?"
Yeah, how do
Yeah.
I say
I hated this lady so
Like,
much. I wanted
stewardess-
to.
Can we get-
or anything?
Yeah, she was with a guy. Oh, here's another thing. They were I was standing in line to get on the plane. Her and her fucking ugly bitch husband.
Was
cut
he skinny
me
as hell? Was he skinny as hell?
He was not skinny as hell, but he was skinny fat.
Yeah.
They walked directly in front of me before
What?
in line. They just walked straight in front of me in the line to the point where I leaned over and I was like, "Hey,"
Hey.
I said, "Hello," and they didn't. They were too fat.
Yeah, I had a friend who like legitimately confided in me. He's like, I don't trust fat people. He's like, they're obviously greedy.
That fat, where they're like, I mean, spilling over and under an armrest.
I mean, it's a problem. It's an issue. What's the health thing? Everyone's like, oh, it's a health condition. It's like, dude, I'm pretty sure if I isolated you, and watched and was like, nope, you would lose like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
So I always wonder about that because people say I knew a guy. He was a machine operator, and he was like, my fucking thyroid. We'd always be like, dude, you got fat as fuck. And he's like, I have a fucking thyroid condition. Fuck you. And every day I'm like, well, you eat cheesesteaks every day.
Cheesesteaks every day.
That's a thyroid condition.
That's a condition, dude. Yeah, you just want to munch.
There is I think if someone's within your seat space in air, you're allowed to pinch whatever you want. You could have been like,
I was shifting and I was grumbling the whole time. I was like, I was so fucking
so you're fighting fat lady energy with fat lady energy.
I was grumbling. I was like, I sat like that the whole flight.
Oh,
it was crazy.
Dude.
It was crazy.
That's just such
and I was like, if this plane goes down, at least she goes down too.
Right.
There was a part of me like,
she might have saved you though. If the plane went down, and
you can ride her all
if
the
that
way
fucking engine shut out, she would have leveled the plane. I would be like, man, sit on that side.
The plane crash had one survivor. This man, Shane Gillis, who you might remember from.
Yeah.
That's like
known racist survives plane crash.
Racist survives plane crash. Authorities say he used a overweight woman's body.
She would have been a pillow.
Himself.
Right.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
That's like
so much
in Star Wars where he cuts open the Bantu and like climbs in to survive the frigid air.
He wraps himself in. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. That's. I tried to get myself out of that because I'll go on a flight and I'll go like. Basically, I only want girls to sit next to me.
Sure,
they never do though.
That's like the fantasy is that you're gonna like meet somebody and like we're gonna hit it off.
Yeah,
and never.
You ever try to hit that combo?
The bus is better for that. Actually, the mega bus.
That's where you meet the sluts.
That's right.
I'm sitting Delta Plus.
They're hard up on cash.
Something went wrong in their life. Yeah.
First, I usually fly first class.
Not bad.
And it's usually just that's the only time I spend money.
Yeah.
That and Grubhub. Those are the only thing. And it's usually just me and white dudes. Mm-hmm. First class is very.
You get some Indian fellas.
It's a patriarchal system.
You get some. I've seen some Indian fellas.
A few Chinese dudes.
Chinese.
True.
I was sat next to an Asian lady on the last flight. It was great.
You walk by, you're like,
this is like, hey, have you?
Good for you.
Yeah. I was like, what are you doing up here?
That's what first class. That's what you're paying for first class. You're just keeping the fats in the back.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Knowing that fat's getting up in first class.
Yeah, but she should. They should have. That she was too big.
I think
I'm too big. She was way too big.
Was she spilling into your seat?
Yes, totally.
You could have been like,
dude,
man,
she had to open it to sit and then close it through her body.
That's such a fat move,
it was,
too. Just to be like, just to fully not like, hey, just being like, this is mine. I'm taking this.
She probably went home and wrote a blog post about how the white man that sat next to her on the
grumbled.
Plane, yeah,
she wasn't a writing fat.
No,
she wasn't.
She
wasn't blogger fat.
More
she
like a drive through.
Fat.
Yeah,
flying to Rochester. Mm-hmm. They should have been driving. I don't know what they were doing in the air.
Yeah,
there should be.
She should have been driving a car shaped like a hot dog to Rochester.
Did you think about tempting her at all with like some snacks?
Some treats?
Yeah.
They gave us biscuits. I almost crumbled them to the bathroom.
Trapped her in
there. She couldn't have fit in the bathroom.
Really?
She would not have fit in that bathroom.
Usually there's a thing where they'll make people buy 2 seats if you're a certain
She should have.
You should have told on her.
I did. I basically did. With the stewardess.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Said, yo.
I was like, can I switch seats?
I'm such a dumb liberal. I would have been like, and she might have a condition, and she's beautiful.
That's right.
She's a beautiful woman.
She may have had a condition. It doesn't make a difference.
I can't judge people for being like this, and
I know it was my
just
weakness that I was judging her as aggressively as I was.
Yeah,
I was mad at her.
Yeah.
Kind of fun to do like puppets with a fat person's rolls though, like puppetry of the penis or some shit.
Bro, I hated her. I didn't want to come near her.
Yeah, I mean,
she
dude,
was touching me.
You could have gotten into it and just been
could
like,
you
if
switch
she's
with
in
her
your space,
husband?
you could have gone full. That's kind of the bullshit. Yeah.
I thought about it, but
yeah.
Then I feel bad for who I'm switching with because he was skinny fat. Then I'm the unit moving in.
No,
you know what I mean?
But you're contained. You're contained within your space.
I feel bad about it.
But you're contained.
Yeah.
That should have been that should be the policy. You can't let that husband was probably in heaven, dude. He was probably like, oh man, I got this whole fucking seat. Imagine, you know, girls will sometimes be like, let me lay on you. Let me. She probably every now and again just throws his arm up and it just goes. He's like, shit. Oh, this is my favorite show. He's like, God fucking damn it, dude.
You got to push them off. I push the ladies off.
Yeah, get off of me.
The girl I'm with now tries to snuggle constantly, and I'm literally just like, no. You know I hate that. We're not doing that.
No cuddles at all.
I hate cuddles.
Really?
I hate cuddles.
What's your favorite kind of cuddle? What about? Have you ever been Little Spoon?
No.
Little Spoon's pretty
I
comfortable.
don't think I like that.
Little Spoon's comfy, dude.
I sleep naked too, so the
Yeah,
cuddling.
of course you do. What's wrong with
put a
cuddling?
penis against a lady?
That's the best thing.
It is nice. That I do like.
You snuggle. Yeah, you
then my
fucking,
arm. Then your arm's stuck.
You just do it for a little bit.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
snuggle
a
the
little
penis.
bit.
You snuggle the penis.
Until somebody falls asleep, and then you gotta
You're
wake
off.
up and
Yeah.
At this point, I have a pillow. I clutch like this. I have
Yeah,
a pillow between my knees, and I just thrash about.
What's the thing? Like, I don't mind cuddling. I just can't sleep. Like, very hard to
Yeah.
sleep. Like, first off, it takes a long ass time to like get your sleep schedule used to someone else's, and then like even then, like if they're a light sleeper, they just fuck you up and wake you up all the time. I need my sleep.
you have no idea what I'm up against. I have a lady who screams in her sleep.
She's night terrors. She's in
It's
Afghanistan.
a god. Yeah,
She,
I
like,
don't know what
she
happened to
murdered
her.
those pine
Wakes
nut
up clutching her
farmers.
dog tags.
Dude, I don't know what happened to her, but it's terrifying. And then I get mad
Yeah.
because I can't help it. I'm getting woken up to screams. I'm
Make
like,
her.
Would you shut up?
Make her.
like, I'm just, you know what I mean?
It's the maddest you can possibly be.
Getting woken up scared, I'm fuming.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fuming
Have her
twice
take.
a night.
Have her take magnesium. Magnesium really helps you sleep. If you take
That's the problem. She's taking sleeping stuff.
Like
She'll
melatonin.
take like
Yeah,
a
but
melatonin
sometimes
or like a
that'll-
Benadryl or something.
Yeah, but
And it
sometimes
just
that'll fuck you
fucks
up.
them up. Yeah.
telling you, man. I'm
The girls love pills.
Yeah.
Man.
True.
The ladies love pills.
Pills are for girls.
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you guys take antidepressants or anything?
Dude, you want to know something sad about antidepressants?
What's
I was researching them the other day.
Brain plasticity or some shit. That always
No,
makes
it
me
was
nervous.
actually they.
Why do you take them?
I take a thing for anxiety. Yeah,
Nice.
Do you really? What do you take?
I take Paxil. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So I've read the SSR,
yeah. I know, right?
the SSRIs. So what happened? A lot of people gain weight on them, and everyone. I was like trying to
Yeah, not
understand
me.
the mechanism of weight gain from antidepressants, and apparently, I think like glucose is like a precursor to forming serotonin. So you have people who are like trying to, they don't even realize they're doing this, but their body starts being like, we need more sugar, we need more. So they're just like eating sugar and trying to make their brain make happy chemicals, and it's like, God, it's so fucking sad.
Yeah, that is depressing. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't even need it as much anymore because I got married. It was just like when I would go on dates, I would sometimes I'd have panic attacks. Like sometimes I'd be fine,
nice.
but like other times I don't even like.
You'd freak out on dates?
Yeah, I'd freak out on dates. Or actually, like I would stress vomit, like Eminem and 8 Mile or what. Like, and the main thing
Before a
was
date?
before a date,
On
or
a
even
date?
on a date.
You'd
Sometimes,
be like, pardon me, and go
Yeah.
to the bathroom and throw up.
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Is the key? You can't throw up in front of a girl on a date.
No.
She's never gonna fuck you. So you have to excuse
Sean's
yourself.
throwing up before a date, and then he meets the girl, and she's like, "Yeah, I live in Bushwick." Just like the shittiest date.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, fuck.
But yeah,
A lot of
no,
water in my mouth.
yeah. Like sometimes I'd arrive at a date and be
Do you ever
like,
watch Broad City? It's a good show.
He's just like,
and that's the worst. Is there's no real logic to it, but in the back of your head, you're like, okay, I'm about to blow this. I'm about to get pussy, but I'm about to blow this. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something or gonna fuck, and it's like, why the fuck am I trying to impress these people? It doesn't make any sense logically. But I would occasionally I'd show up and be like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom.
do you drink alcohol?
Yeah, on the date, after 2 beers, I'm fine.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah. Show up hammered.
Yeah, that's that is the
And then if the
cheat
date goes
code.
bad, you're just like,
It's-
who
it's
gives
like
a fuck?
It's like in baseball where you cheat the fastball and
Yeah.
you start swinging before they throw it. You just get loaded for the date.
Was there a thought process behind it, or were you just like?
There was it's not really logical where it's my heart starts going and then there's I feel nauseous and nervous, but in terms of what I'm thinking in my mind,
Do you pre-jack?
no, I didn't pre-jack. I think I tried that once because something about
No,
Mary.
no. I
think
mean,
it-
do you prematurely ejaculate?
Oh
when
no,
you're
no, I
kissing?
never had that problem. Yeah, but that would be
Me neither.
yes.
Never happened.
Or I guess no,
It never
It's
fucking
happened,
happened.
but
Well, it is sick to just be puking on dates and finally getting pussy and just absolutely shredding her pussy. Just
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
yes.
I was nervous you weren't going to be able to experience this.
Yeah.
I was nervous for you.
Right. Yeah, that's what the anxiety was.
I'm always nervous sick for the girl that she's not going to be able to get to give my flaccid penis a blowjob. Well, I say it's not going to work and I go to sleep. It's funny the confidence I have on dates knowing where this is going. I'm just like, oh, yeah. I'm charming. And then also I'm just luring them into a horrible sexual experience.
Did you, I wanted to ask, did you ever get, like, I guess girls hitting you up because the SNL thing or, like, Instagram messages?
Yeah,
like,
that helps.
Yeah.
Any notoriety helps.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta do a video of, like, like the come to my hotel and just fucking have the room cards just dangle a soft bird.
I'm just gonna have like flower petals, rose petals leading up to a bed where I just lay there and be like, well, you can just give me head for a little. Have 45 minutes of head and I'm like, well, it's not gonna work. Let's go to bed or you can leave. That's how it's done.
That's alpha as fuck.
And then I throw up.
Google says
I'm like, what am I doing? I don't even get up to throw up. I just lay there.
So the pack still worked.
You got to throw up during head.
It sort of worked, yeah. I mean, mostly works, yeah.
Nice. Dude, apparently, again, I'm not going to harp on magnesium, but magnesium slows down the production of norepinephrine and cortisol and adrenaline.
I have got tired of norepinephrine.
Dude, you get it. You get it? Dude,
so when you get anxious, movies.
So you have to use like minerals and shit to produce these chemicals.
Yeah.
And then when you start using up, you start depleting yourself of vitamins if you're all like fucking wound up like that. So you start taking them and filling them back up, it like calms down your nervous system.
Well, it's like it's fucked up because nobody has any idea how SSRIs actually work for like, treating anxiety or depression. Like they have some effectiveness, but nobody has any idea what.
I think alcohol works better for
it. Does, yeah.
Anxiety.
Yeah, but it's like when you're like going about your day and not trying to get fucked up.
You could get a little, have one or two, go to work.
True.
Be the man.
Flask.
Just be the man at work.
Yeah, this is my anti-anxiety medication.
What Cuomo was doing. He's probably drinking a little vino.
Yeah.
Ended up walking by like a police officer, like,
"Where's your body camera?" Starts. Yeah, dude, that's
do a body camera sex tape with the state trooper.
I just heard like, sir, just two arms, like, sir.
Like, I'm gonna have to tase you.
It's like Cuomo point of view. He has to get it out of the body camera.
Fuck.
Poor guy.
Cuomo's done, dude.
Yeah,
he's out.
We're not allowed to kiss on the forehead anymore. Dude, did you watch the video that he put out? His press release video?
No, I didn't.
I think it was like last week. It was great.
What'd he do?
It literally read. It sounded like a Dr. Seuss poem. He was like, "I kiss girls. I kiss blacks. I kiss LGBTQ members. I hug on the plane. I hug on the train." Like it was crazy. And each one, every time he'd say something, there'd be a picture of him hugging and kissing someone.
Right.
It was great.
So he did like Biden defense.
He was like, "Bro, I did this to everybody." That was his defense.
Yeah, they put together.
Like, I wasn't horny doing it. I did sexually assault everyone, though. Here's a montage of me sexually harassing fucking Jesse Jackson.
And then I smeared him.
Jesse Jackson must have been like, "Man, that fucking queer."
Oh, that's what that was.
Ain't no goddamn queer putting his hands on me. Jesse
I did
Jackson,
it to Louis Farrakhan. I did it to everybody.
So he claimed he just.
Yeah, he was like, "I did this my whole life."
He's a Care
It's
Bear.
not a big deal.
He's a Care Bear.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Yeah.
You get accused of assault, just be like, "I do that constantly."
Is that real? Because he did like say they're punishing me for being Italian or what? Like, do you have gropey family member, very touchy or?
Well, they punish Italians.
That's
all the
true.
time.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
So
being kind of like.
Just for being ourselves.
They don't like Catholics in power, dude. They do that to the Irish as well.
Yeah,
that's right.
It goes back to the WASP.
The WASPs, they blew JFK's brains out. They took down Cuomo.
Yeah. They made Biden retarded with pills or something.
I was thinking like
they were a little bit more charismatic than them.
Well, I was thinking
The
like
Irish?
The WASPs don't like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to
Catholics
say,
are a little
Irish are a little more charismatic
Yeah,
than
like
Italians.
just
Are they?
beautiful
Definitely.
poets.
You guys are like
talkers.
handsome fucking...
Yeah.
Hey, we're over here. We're fucking...
Hey ma,
Irish
check me
people are
out,
funny.
ma. Yeah.
Drinking.
Great writers.
Fighting, hitting women.
yeah.
Well, I guess we're the Irish and Italian fucking
Solidarity.
hitting women.
There's a mural in Belfast.
Yeah.
Dude, my brother was telling me there was a dude, what was his YouTube video? So it was like in the 1970s, and some guy was basically coming out talking about it was Hunter S. Thompson got did a thing about the Hells Angels, and
Yeah.
like they beat the shit out of him at one point. They kicked his ass, and apparently the guy, this is on like a national TV. The guy's like, "Well, you got involved in an argument between his man and his wife," and I think the thing was like, "Well, he was beating his wife," and the guy like for this studio, like a late night TV show, was just like, "Sometimes you got to slap him around." The studio was like,
Yeah.
It was like the 70s.
It's like
Everyone was
that
like,
Sean Connery interview.
People were just laughing.
You ever see that one?
No.
Yeah.
Sean Connery's just getting interviewed.
Well-
He's like, yeah.
You have to sometimes.
Yeah, how you doing? Let me hear it.
Well, sometimes they want to have the last word.
Yeah. He's like, you gotta just slap him in the face.
He said that?
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah, I think his shirt was off for
That-
some reason.
dude, I'm
I think he was
telling
like
you.
in a bathing suit.
oh, that's right. He had like a bunch of hair. Like he looked like the most alpha man of all time when he said
You
that.
just gotta fucking slap him, dude. James
Is-
Bond.
Do you think, and again, we're spitballing ideas here. Do you think there's like a gentlemanly way, not to be like an animal, not to be like an Italian, no offense,
No,
just like
yeah.
beat the shit out of him?
Well, he's
I think
that
there's
is
a way
the
to be
difference.
like,
Italians
come down to
close
reality.
fists.
Yeah.
That's
Irish.
exactly what he said in that interview. Connery's like, sometimes with an open palm when
Yeah.
they're being hysterical and you can't calm them down.
Yeah.
Dude.
I like to slap them when they're asleep.
Yeah.
You think so?
Just while they're asleep, I fucking.
And just.
And then I go. Yeah. If they offend me during the day, I go, no, it's fine. And then that night, I'll lean over.
There's a hard pinch and just be like a fucking bug must have bit you. I don't know what it is. I don't know
Wake
why.
up to you like,
Do you ever think do you ever think there were kids? I always heard like, the horrific, like, just it's so scary, like your dad's beating your mom. Do you ever think there were any kids who were like, woo, get her fucking dad,
beat her ass?
She's so fucking.
I'd cheer for him. I love my dad. I would cheer for him. If he started wailing on my mom,
At this point too.
get her, get her. She's on his ass, dude. He needs one of these days, Phil. He's got one in the tank.
I mean, by the time you're 70,
You can get away with it.
Close enough.
you get one.
But that-
just one-
you're right. Like
just
once-
one up against the wall, like, I'm fucking Jesus, fucking
I'm
shut
trying to
up.
watch the Phillies.
I thought it would get fucking better, and we're 70, and you're still fucking shut the fuck up.
We're not getting a pool.
I mean, dude, 70, like you're in like a little weekend getaway. No one's gonna just fucking shut the
No one's
fuck
gonna
up.
believe her.
I've dealt with this for 50 fucking years. Shut the fuck up. I swear to fucking God.
Yeah.
And you don't
like
do
an
it.
anniversary
Just up
present
against the wall.
you
Just
get.
up against the wall.
Yeah. You know when you give your wife a coupon for like a back rub or something?
Yeah.
She gives you
Yeah.
one to
Smack the shit out of her.
yeah, just
One
like,
slap.
put her against-
If I'm talking out of line, you get to use the coupon.
I wonder how many guys have not like just gotten like diagnosed with like you have a month. It's like, all right, going home. Being like,
Do you imagine that too? You got
How
the terminal
dare you.
diagnosis, and she's like, "Why are you doing?" It's just like, shut the fuck up. Right now, if this were you, you'd be in a fucking blanket, live, laugh, love, all that shit. You fucking picking me apart.
yeah,
I got a fucking year to live. Actually, I did I didn't put it out yet. I did a Patreon with with a Canadian doctor who's doing psilocybin therapy for people who are end of life.
Yeah.
And he was basically saying, like, everyone thinks, you get that 6 months to live and you're all like, this is what and he's like, there's just people who are same as ever, just crushed with anxiety. They're just like, I'm going to fucking die. Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we talked about psilocybin therapy and how it works for people who are like about to die. He said it takes that, you just have a cloud of death around you and it just fucking,
Yeah.
it moves away.
You feeling like you might die kind of sucks.
Oh, like knowing you're going to though.
Yeah.
That's like, they're like, no, you are. And you're
Yeah.
just like, you're hanging with your kids. You're like, I'm going to fucking die.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Kind of it flies in the face of the SSRI model. Because they're saying they got to like alter your brain chemicals. You have like one crazy experience and you're like, whoa, fuck. I'm not
What?
as depressed.
Yeah, I know they were saying like ecstasy treats PTSD, and I know like psilocybin and LSD and stuff have been good for addiction, and I guess that kind of stuff when you're like, yeah, because that's like what we were talking about in the other one is like that's where all mental problems come from is this, or not all, but I think a lot of them, this denial of death, this
Did
idea.
you ever read the book, Denial of Death?
No, I
Rules.
heard Mark Maron's gay ass plug it, so I was
Yeah,
like,
I
no
fucking hate that book.
thanks.
What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, dude, this is Team Rogan.
Never read that one. He's a list
I
of
forget
books.
everything about that book. Rules. Wait, Marin didn't read it.
Yeah,
Aaron didn't read it.
He's stealing
Yeah.
Death Valley.
I'm sure it's great though. Yeah, I mean, I agree with the idea. I agree with the title.
It rules. It's so sick.
I'll tell you what's crazy is I fly every weekend to these shows, and literally the whole time I'm flying, I'm contemplating death.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I just landed. I'm like, hey, how's everyone?
Yep. Get a little bumpy.
Yeah. Oh, those bumps.
The worst is when it's
yeah.
bumpy and I'm looking at like a girl like she's about to freak out, and I'm like, and she's just like calm as hell, and I'm like,
You know what I always
fuck,
think of that helps is that Bill Burr bit about the guy making noises during turbulence. You guys ever? He's like, ah! Oh,
Yeah.
oh. He's like, you don't think I want to be doing that? Be a fucking man. Shut up. Just some guy in the back bumping like, ah!
my arms rise up. If I get nervous, I go, and I just
man.
I just do it quietly.
I just listen to rap.
Did you really on the plane?
Yeah. I put on music.
You just listen to rap
Put on
the plane?
like talking shit music.
Really?
If I'm afraid of death,
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
I'm like, well, I can't die listening to this.
True.
Even though I'm sure a lot of people have.
Oh yeah. Oh
A
yeah.
lot
Oh,
of people
yeah.
got shot listening to that.
Just, I'm the best. I'm the best. Like, what's this guy want?
I haven't seen that guy in a month.
Yeah. Yeah, that stinks. That would stink to get murdered while you're listening to rap. You're just like, everyone who's listening to rap is like at the same time like, things are about to get so fucking good for me. Yeah. That's gotta fucking, oh shit,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh man, there's that guy I bothered.
Yeah.
Walking around the corner.
Well, if you're a rapper, just never do an Instagram video in your car. That seems to be like, as long as you don't do that, you're not going to get shot to death.
Yeah.
True.
It's a rough way to go. Hey
Oh,
everybody.
is that what's happening too?
Yeah, there's been like a few of them, yeah.
A lot of TikTok stars are getting murdered.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
CIA.
You think?
That's
yeah,
right,
probably.
This is the Chi-Coms.
What do you think they're getting murdered? Like, what are some of the details?
I think it's like robberies or something. But there was one kid. He went on a date with this girl to a movie, and this guy randomly went up and shot them both in the head, like a
Damn.
19-year-old.
Jesus.
1,000
18-year-old kid.
commenters must have been like, oh shit, I wrote that. You know,
What?
on every one of that guy's videos. Like, I hope you fucking die.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
ah.
Yeah.
Have you? I just watched a video of it. I think it was in Queens. When people get shot, it's not like it's usually just one person walking up and just being like,
yeah.
and then everyone just runs.
Yeah,
it's
on,
crazy.
on quiet
It's not like
TV.
a big deal. It's not it's not like dramatic.
It's weird how people react. Yeah,
yeah.
it's very weird.
They had another
Right.
Chinatown attack, and it was like a lady was getting two dudes
Was it
pulled up
Godzilla?
in the Bay Area.
What happened?
In the Bay Area, two dudes pulled up and like started snagging this lady's purse, and two young Asian fellers were like, no,
Two young dudes.
no fucking way. Two young Asian fellers were like, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
Just coming and cracking our grandmothers in the head.
Yeah.
So these guys had guns. They're trying to take the purse, and the Asian guys fight them off. They shoot them. It's the same thing. It's just like
Oof.
this, and the guy just fucking.
Yeah,
but he
drop
got hit.
weird.
He got winged, hit in the
okay.
arm, so he's all right.
I watched one. It was a lady.
Hero.
So
A lady shot another woman.
A lady just
in the
walked
head.
up to another lady, back of her head, shot her, and just walked away.
What?
And everyone was like, "Yeah."
I'd have
Did
jumped
people
on her.
run
I'd have
that
beat
they
the
just
shit out
didn't-
of that lady.
People, some run, some like, yeah. It's like a weird jog away from it, like a
Yeah.
fight. It's like a fight broke out.
Yeah.
It's odd.
I was on my bike. I was at Brooklyn Bridge Park, and I'm on my bike, and I get out of the bike lane for a second, and this lady on roller skates by me, and she goes, "Bike lane, dickhead," and I just kept riding, but like it takes you a second to be like, what just
Yeah.
happened? And
I think that's probably the same thing.
yeah.
Where it's like, what the fuck was that?
What was that? Yeah.
Yeah, you get around the corner.
I turned around though, and then she.
You
I
should have chased her down.
I did
Pursued
chase
her.
her down.
Did you? Nice.
Well, it took me a second because I was meeting up with my wife, and then I was like, "Nah, fuck that." And I turned around,
Yeah.
and I see her, and she's rollerblading in the bike lane.
Yeah,
I go, "That's the bike lane, asshole," and then I
Nice.
kept riding.
Yeah.
I got into an
that's a
altercation.
good thing.
That is a good thing you did that. I got into an altercation with an older lady today when I was it was my bad. I was in the intersection, but I just gotten out of the tunnel. You know, I was fucking just fuming. I got out of the tunnel.
I had a
wrong
bullhorn
turn.
yelling about vaccines in the, in the Target.
I pulled up
You know,
in the
with my 9
intersection.
kids.
I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm just like, I know I'm in the intersection. A lady stops, hands on hips, and goes. I just rolled my window
Yeah.
down. I said, "Ma'am, I'm aware that I'm in here, and I'm deeply sorry for it." And she was just like,
She
You
wasn't
killed her with
ready for
kindness.
that.
I killed her with kindness.
She wasn't
bro.
ready for the kindness. Yeah.
Nah, bro. I said,
You
"Ma'am."
should have just rolled your window.
You were in the crosswalk?
fat slut.
I was in the cross. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
I was way in the cross. It was crazy how far in the crosswalk I was. And she
Yeah, but
just
that's
stopped.
just what happens driving in New York. It's hard to anticipate.
It happens, yeah. Sometimes it fucking happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very funny to hit her with that of just being like, "Ma'am, I know what I'm doing right now, and I'm very sorry for it."
Yeah.
And she was just like, "All right, fuck."
Yeah. What's going on
Meditation's
with you?
paying
You
off.
think about throwing up or jizzing?
I had more energy on the first
but
one.
you always
It's
No,
been
this
like
is good. This
Yeah,
is good
same.
energy.
No, I want
You
to.
always think though, if somebody if somebody just walks by and goes, "You faggot" or whatever, like on the street, you're gonna be like, "You're a," and then, but you're not. You go, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, it's like I'm a comedian. I
Wait,
shouldn't
were
be
you just
losing
attacking
this.
me for an anti-vaxxer? Is that what I got?
No, I was just saying.
Were you just attacking me, dude?
He's attacking you.
No, it would be funny if you.
Dude, it's my body.
You're like, all I was doing was. No, but I said
That's
that you
kind
were
of an
in
attack.
He was
No,
saying
I
you were
said-
in Target on a
You were in
bullhorn.
Target on a bullhorn.
I'm teasing, bro. Teasing.
Well, I don't know.
It was really like
I
a
don't know
really
what
clever
psycho shit you're
callback.
capable
It was a
of.
really clever callback to like you and the rollerblader, and like that period of time goes by, and you go, I was just doing some real meta stuff.
Right.
But no, dude. I mean, some people can just kind of read the media and just go along with whatever. I want to see the data. So I just protecting my family, dude. I don't want them to get some weird experimental vaccine in a year from now, be like fucked up. I'm like, damn, I wish I fucking put my foot down. Yeah, that's just me.
How long do you think if there's?
I'm kidding.
Nice. How long? What?
Oh, if there's like negative effects, how long do you think it'll be?
For the vaccine?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. I'm just like chilling. I'm in the pocket, dude.
You
I'm
just
waiting.
gotta count from when Bob Odenkirk got his, and that's when it'll hit you.
True. His was vaccine, right?
Well, he got a heart attack, but we have no idea what caused it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling, dude. I don't know anything. I'm just like, the way they're going. If they were to be like, hey, tonight on the news, we're gonna let these two people debate it out, I'd be like, all right, this is sweet.
Yeah.
But dude, it's the way they're going about it's creepy as fuck, dude.
That's how like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. convinced me to like for a time be like anti-vax because he's like, with a fucked up voice, like, I will debate any of these scientists and they always say no, and I'm like, why won't they debate him? When he's a Kennedy, come on, you got to debate him.
It's
dude.
kind of the same mentality the press had with Trump, where they were like, even if he does something good, it's our obligation to the public to shut this down, And I think that's how they feel about the vaccines.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
They're like, we're obligated to never question this.
Well, it also gives people. Then, like before, I was like, yeah, sign them up for all all those things you got to get. But then you start like people are like, you're a fucking anti-vaxxer, and you start talking to people who are anti-vaxxers, and it's like they're like, dude, they give when the kid's like 5 hours old, they get a hepatitis shot, and it's like, why?
Well, that's the thing. Like, the RFK Jr. argument, and that's anti-vax, and like this kind of shit can get you in trouble with YouTube or whatever. So I want to be careful. But
No, we don't care.
but
we much rather go back to audio only.
but
dude, that's weird.
Well, he points out that like there's some like Reagan law in like I don't know 86 or 87, which gave the vaccine companies this like total immunity. So there's like a special fund that's set up. You can't actually sue the vax companies. You go to this thing, and he says like the modern schedule kind of comes in around like I forget if it's 86 or 88, 99. But his point is like essentially when you look at autism and all these fucked up things, it all really starts like 1989. People born 1989 and after. And, people say, oh, they can diagnose it better or whatever. But it does seem like they're giving kids a lot more shots than they used to. And, maybe that's something to do with it. But
so apparently it was.
I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, well,
but maybe they should debate Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
There was 27.
Yeah, bitch.
There was.
Vaccine.
There
bitch.
was 20. There was about 27, I
Not a
think.
vaccine, bitch.
Before that,
I'm just saying.
I am.
dude. Before they gave them immunity from. Like, you can't sue them. It's like what the fuck.
I love
Yeah.
vaccines.
So, dude,
Saved my life,
and I
dude.
fucking support you, dude.
Saved my life.
But apparently, once they passed that law, there was 27 mandated vaccinations.
Yeah.
As soon as they passed the law, it became like 72.
Right.
Some
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
It
that's-
jumped like
that's
50.
it,
People were like,
yeah.
oh, this one
Yeah.
too, this one too. All I'm saying is, dude, my body, my choice, dude. You just think people would fucking recognize it?
And you're pro-choice, too.
Big pro-choice, dude.
It's kind of funny.
I think it's evil that women kill babies, but they can do that if they want.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
fucked up that they would kill a beautiful baby. But they can do that.
What
if
if
they
it's not going to be beautiful?
Yeah, what if it's gonna look like boobs, kid?
I mean, that's on them. Yeah, they want to kill their baby and become fucking wicked.
Yeah. Can't bring a baby into a world where they have to get
But do you
70
think that-
vaccines.
True.
But do you think that we would be kind of out of the woods with COVID if more people were vaccinated?
I mean, what's defined out of the woods? 5 people a week dying in a state.
Is it? Yeah, I mean, if that's what
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, yeah,
I
sure.
guess it's not. That
Yeah, I
much.
mean, less people would die of COVID, and then you'd have more adverse reactions. People are going to get adverse reactions.
Yeah.
Choice is up to the people.
Yeah.
Choice is up to the motherfucking people. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do what you want. Protect yourself, dude. And if science comes out being like, actually, it's like way more. Okay, cool. Sign me up. But for now, I'm like, yeah.
It's kind of funny. My wife is Brazilian, and she like hit me.
Oh.
Yeah, well, what
Hot.
Israel? She hit me with this thing of like,
Hot.
yeah.
You fucking had a CIA overthrow of your
Yeah,
pussy.
there you go. Oh yeah, but so she hit me with this thing like, I don't trust American vaccines. Like, if I'm not going to take any American vaccines, if we get our kids vaccinated, we go to Brazil. And then like my head at the time was like, you're fucking retarded. What? And then it's like, and then I watched like these RFK Jr. YouTube videos. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to Brazil?
Yeah. Brazil's
Dude.
beautiful.
So sick.
Yeah.
My brother has he's got autism, and he wasn't really born like he was like a normal kind of healthy baby.
He got hit with it?
I don't know, but I just remember him. I even remember him as a baby, like talking and saying words and stuff. And then I think when he was 2, he just kind of like shut down. I'm not saying it's vaccines or anything,
Right.
but I'm just saying he wasn't born with any kind of disability.
And I think they paid out. Obviously look it up yourself. I think Gardasil was the one they were fighting. I think they had actually paid out for. Again, I could be misinformed. Look into it for yourself.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. It's like the problem is it's like this whole thing became a thing where it's like, oh, you're one of those blah blah blah. It's like, dude, I got all my fucking things. If I had known more, maybe I fucking wouldn't have.
Well, like,
who has time to research this shit though?
Nobody.
You know?
No.
Yeah.
Well, some people now. Well, now a lot of people have time.
Hoss.
Yeah.
Hoss.
My
was
cousin
spitting
went through and
facts.
just did just the numbers, dude, and he was like, he's like, it's just not that. But he'll also concede. He was like, a lot of people will go like, it's not killing anyone. It's like, no, there's like the data's in from the hospitals. If you're not vaccinated, you are more likely to die from COVID. It's fine. But if you're 30 and younger, your chances are very small.
That's what really fucked me up, though, is that date, RFK Jr. gave like 89, and he say, people when we were young, they didn't have these problems. And it's like, you look at these like fucking Zoomers and kids now, they're all so fucked up. It's like, okay, if it's not the vaccines, what's doing it?
They're trying to cancel our comedy shows.
It's the
They're all
goddamn rock and
fucked
roll.
up.
So, or there's also glyphosate, which was in like Roundup,
yeah.
and there's a whole thing with that.
They're all listening to shitty rap and wearing weird clothes.
Yes, that's right.
They're all fucking trans now.
Yeah.
They are
It's
trans.
nice. There's like so much shit that could
Noah's trans.
That's the new goth, though. Now, instead of
Yeah.
being goth, you're just like, I'm trans. You're like,
I'm actually bisexual. It's like, you're in 3rd grade.
instead of wearing black, I just got to cut my dick off.
Yeah.
It's a more commitment.
It's much more goth.
Yeah, I was
much more
I was trans when I was in middle school.
were you trans?
Were you?
No. I'm just saying like
I know,
that'll
I'm
be
fine.
the
Went through a trans phase.
yeah.
That'll be fun for
The
people.
trans phase, they're going to hate the jocks.
Oh,
The
my-
trans probably hate the jocks.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Or they are jocks, and they're in the
The
Olympics.
liberal media would love to show you that.
Or it's like Euphoria, where the fucking star quarterback.
No, that's oh yeah, true.
Euphoria, yeah.
There's another one where the best what was the other one? Not Euphoria. There was another like hot kids show.
First of all, go ahead. I don't.
There was just a dude who was like a gay black guy that was like the best captain of the water polo
Oh
team.
yeah. I know you're talking. I don't
And they
know.
were like,
the
he's
show.
the man. He
Yeah.
wore like a dress to school.
I didn't see that. I know you're talking. I've heard about that before.
Yeah.
Dude, there's something I've noticed too about women's psychology where they love high school dramas. A lot of like older women will watch high school dramas, like going into like Gilmore Girls. That was like one of the main subplots was like high school.
We all
dramas.
liked high school. For a while in America, every movie was like a high school drama.
True. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Coming.
they were
of
like
age
big
tale.
movies, like blockbuster movies. Were like, she's all that.
Yeah. I guess you're
You know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah. I guess you're right. It's kind of weird.
I like it. I like a good high school flick.
I don't know, man. I've seen a lot. It's not just my babe. I know a lot of women who just watch like high school love stories. Strange.
Do you like high school love stories?
Not really. No, I mean, I'm trying to think of like, it's just like you can't really watch them because the actors are all in their like mid-20s. It's just kind of
Yeah.
fucking weird.
That's what fucks you up is they put these goddamn hot kids on there.
Right.
Yeah.
This hot 20-year-old, and she's like, I'm in middle school.
Yeah.
Like what?
It's like, why are you making me get turned on?
Yeah, Grease was the only movie that did it right. Just casted a bunch of 40-year-olds in the thing. But Dev and I watched Never Been Kissed.
I was just
lately.
thinking that.
Yeah,
It's
but
wild.
Yeah,
What's
but that's
Never
like,
Been Kissed?
it's with Drew Barrymore. She like goes back to high
She's
school.
like a reporter that's like, I'm going
Yeah.
undercover and goes to
Does
high
she?
school to
I'm
make
going
out
to-
with people.
I think
Make out with kids.
I think that's the fantasy. I think she nailed it on that. The writer.
No,
of that,
but
that's
it really
what is.
doesn't hold up, and it's really a bad movie because the premise is like, don't we all want to go back to high school and be cool again?
Yeah.
I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
I like my life now. I got
kinda
a
wish
Honda HRV.
I do wish
True.
the dorks,
Yeah. I
the
got
dorks
CRV.
in our country
You got
kept
CRV?
that.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Guys, don't try to fake a friendship now. Don't try to bond over CRVs.
Now we're dads, dude.
Yeah, the truth. This is thick.
It
dad
is
beef.
like the dad non-dad divide. We did reset the seating.
True.
Yeah. So I think we do need the dorks to go back to having the I wish I could redeem myself in high school quality. Now they've all been indoctrinated with all the people that were cool in high school are losers. You're the cool one. They need to remember I was cool.
Right.
Yeah.
They need to remember the captain of the high school football team rules.
Right.
True.
Is that you? Was that you? But that's kind of the premise of 21 Jump Street.
The captain of the high school football team is still cool.
That is true. That's true. And you'll never stop.
And the goth kids will always be dorks. They can write as many articles as they want. If I see them, they're getting a wedge. They are going to be, I'm going to tell them, you guys are gay. You're gay. And now they're like, being gay is cool. I'm like, it's not.
The more you know.
You
think being gay is cool?
I mean,
Hey guys, I'm comedian Shane Gillis.
to be fair,
The public service announcement. Here's the being gay is cool.
Yeah, put my foot up on it.
Tell you what,
It's actually not.
it's not.
I mean, to be fair, there would be no gay people if it wasn't for us hardworking heterosexuals constantly producing more and more
Making them,
people.
yeah.
We're doing all the work. Like, you don't think, dude, you don't think I want to fuck around and kiss my buddies and just fuck off? You don't think I just want to fucking go out and
You know how
mess
easy
around?
it would be for us to just stop being hardworking tough guys and start fucking fooling around with our friends? You know how much more fun this room would be? Yeah. We're doing a podcast
I'll start
right now.
coming. Yeah, we're trying to
We
work.
could lock the door and have guys time.
Yeah, you just
No,
be
we
like,
gotta keep it all going.
Sean, I would fucking
Yeah, well-
break you.
oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god!
Oh, yeah.
I would snap you up.
Oh my god!
Actually, you'd give me a head and I wouldn't get hard. Damn it.
You're like, well, at least it's not gay.
Well, I know I'm not gay now.
I just finally turned on the
Dick just-
vibrating egg in my butt. Like, nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
like,
could all finger ourselves.
right.
Yeah.
True.
If the cultural
That'd be
thing is a
fun.
little different, we could just be like, "Oh, I'm having problems with my wife. Can you just jerk me off, little Shane?" And be like, "Yeah, this is just totally cool." Just like,
Yeah, but then your whole family falls apart because you're just hanging out with Shane all the time. Shane understands you.
And also, if I jerked you off, your wife's
Game over.
useless.
Game
Dude,
over.
one of my buddies also makes me come.
Yeah,
I gotta stop pretending to
Your
be
wife
friends with
finds
you.
out that Shane jerked you off. She gets you a second cell phone that she can check all the time. It's just like you're not allowed to podcast anymore.
How many passes you would get with a gay affair? I think women would be
You
more
have to
understanding.
FaceTime her every time you.
she thought I was gay with one of my friends. Oh yeah, this is because like don't fucking tell your significant other, or at least she's like traditional Brazilian conservative Christian evangelical queen. So like,
Yeah, that's a queen.
I got, some friend who was like telling me he got like pegged by this girl, and like, I'm not into that, whatever. And she was like, she kept being like, your friend is gay. And this is before I told her, your friend is gay. Your friend is gay. He's trying to have sex with you. He's gay. And it's like, well, it's like he's not, but he did get pegged by this girl. She's like, I knew it. He's gay.
Yeah.
Did you tell your wife
She's
anything
right.
to do with a girl's not gay?
I did not. Oh, I did actually.
You
Yeah.
presented this argument.
true.
It's not true.
Even oral stimulation. Even if she were like, you're like, oh, if it's a girl,
If you blew a girl's
strap
dildo,
on, not gay.
Matt,
It's with a girl.
Matt, I promise you.
Anything you
You
do with
think
a girl
that's
is
cool?
not gay. I wouldn't, but I'm saying it's not. If you're with a girl,
I guess if you put it that way, there are some girls I would. If there's
peg you.
certain girls,
Which girl would you let peg you, and what size would you let her peg you with? Would you-
We're going Japanese or Chinese or black, or how we doing this?
yeah.
I would see
you
you
don't
the
wanna get pegged
nubile
with
white
something that's
queen.
too
I would
big.
see you the nubile white queen with a very modest strap on.
But would you be like done
like
after that?
What do you mean done?
Well, I mean, like it would be like if there was a hot, like if there was a hot girl, it's like, yeah, you could fuck me if I could peg you. I'm like, yeah, sure, But it's like,
Yeah.
Ew, you would.
yeah,
Dude.
Yuck. We got it on
If
camera.
your Brazilian wife sees this,
True, dude.
ciao.
She's on a Duarte. Yeah, or no,
Yeah.
not Duarte. Who's the guy?
Bolsonaro. She loves him. She was like, her whole family
That's like
hates him,
fucking rules, dude.
but she's like, yeah,
And you like Trump.
yeah, Trump's okay. Well, I don't. Yeah.
Who's
think
your
it's
top
funny.
And you
politician
like
right now?
Trump.
What?
Well, I liked Bernie, but he's like not relevant anymore. He lost.
Yeah. He also takes money from Big Pharma. Not a lot.
Yeah. Well, they're like they just try to influence powerful people. It's
Yeah.
just like Bernie's like the left, so they give money. They try
Yeah,
to
true.
even like they try to get in with everybody.
You love
essentially,
Bernie. You love Ilhan Omar too.
She's all right.
You love the squad? You love the squad?
hate Israel. You love the squad.
Yeah, talk about Israel for a while.
Yeah, this guy will probably.
Well, I don't hate Israel. I just
What do you think about them
Isn't
requiring?
I had a landlord who drove a Range Rover and the fucking heating never worked. So that was a little annoying.
So
He
you were
was
like, we need to
Israeli.
get rid of Israel,
We need to nuke Israel. That's what. Yeah.
and you the CIA is heavy with Israel, right?
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're pals.
there's some documentary. They got mad at each other because the CIA put together a computer virus called Stuxnet, which they used to like fuck up the Iranian centrifuges. Like they hacked
They
in.
got
and,
stuck in the reactors.
well, it was
Oh.
called Stuxnet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm stuck.
yeah. But
I'm stuck on
Mahmoud,
this.
help!
I'm stuck on this bomb.
Getting stuck.
Come rub your big mustache on my foot. So they did Substack.
yeah. So the CIA built this virus, and then they were like being very limited with it, and then they shared it with the Israelis, and the Israelis just like ran it all over the place, and you know,
Pigged out.
yeah, but essentially, yeah, and it's like,
You tell me the Israelis got greedy?
yes. But yeah, it's the point was essentially when it comes to like computer viruses and hacking, like that's all that bullshit with Russia now, where there's like not really laws or treaties about this, so nobody knows if it's like an act of war for the United States to like hack Iran's computer systems, or you know, Russia to do it here, or like shut down the electricity grid. Well, that would probably
They
be an
better
act
not
of
hack
war.
my computer.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm playing Total War and Russia comes in and hacks me.
Oh, it would stink,
Ah,
dude.
it fucking pissed me off.
They're just aren't they? Can't they just be like, we're just anonymous, dude? Fucking
America.
Yeah, but it's like hard to like, you know, like the really sophisticated hacking. You're like, yeah, this is not just like one fucking asshole.
dude.
We're
How
like-
fun would that be, though?
Did you ever? Yeah, I did actually.
You know people who hack?
Well, back in the day when I was like, you know, a high school kid or whatever, I would do like Trojan horses, basically. It's just like being a script kiddie is what they call it, where like I could not program, but you can like find, it's extremely illegal, you can find like Trojans or whatever, where you send somebody like, hey, this is Pamela Anderson sextape.exe, and they double click it and it's like, okay, I own your computer now.
So you get their IP address and you can
Yeah.
surf
You
their
must
computer.
have got me.
You can do whatever. Yeah, you can keylog them. You can
Probably
like
you.
the
I was
funny.
downloading Vince Carter's Slam Dunk.
I just remember like, and again, I was like,
Hanging from the rim.
Yeah. I needed that.
I was in like a StarCraft clan, and we would like go to war with other clans by like trying to hack each other. You know, basically.
What?
How do you throw up on
Yeah,
dates?
yeah.
You got
Nah,
that
you
kicking
dude,
around? You
that
got
was-
that Trojan
no.
horse in the back here?
That was your body telling you you're queen. That's not your queen, dude.
Yes.
That's the fucking
Yeah.
queen, dude.
So
But
you,
strongman politics.
your StarCraft guys would fuck other people's computers up?
Yeah, I mean, like they would, or they would put together
sick.
like they had chat rooms where they'd
That's
hang
so
out,
funny.
and they'd make like chat bots, which would like pretend to log on to play StarCraft, but would just like spam messages and then disconnect and reconnect. So you just couldn't keep doing that. They would just flood the chat
They
room.
jam the
So-
communication.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like, oh, I just remember the Trojan horse had this option. Like once you're in their computer, you can, like I said, do all this shit. One of them,
child pornography.
you
on
can
there.
open and close their disk tray, which like obviously you can't
Yeah.
see, but it's like such a funny, as a kid, it's such a funny feeling to be like, yeah, motherfucker.
Oh, that's awesome. God.
Dude, someone did this when I was in college. Someone went to the guy. It was like we were all on the same floor, and someone got his IP address somehow. We went into our room and we started going through all the shit on his computer. We found like really weird porn,
Oof.
and we were like, "Hey, dude, we know what porn you look at." And he was just like befuddled.
What type of weird porn?
Electric nipple torture,
Hell yeah.
which at the time, you know, now it's nothing, but back then we were just like, and he was like a real.
No, that's
straight-
still something.
Yeah, dude.
If I found out one of my boys
nobody's
was into that,
coming.
I'd take him out behind the
nobody's
woodshed,
coming.
beat him with a rubber hose.
Dude, he claimed it was a joke. He was like, "Oh, I was fucking around," and we were like,
Like
and he was
Vito.
like,
Hey
You know
kids, I'm
Sopranos?
Shane Gillis.
you know, one of
Find
those,
any weird porn on your computer?
I'm gonna beat you with a rubber hose.
you know, dudes too who are always like, "You're fucking weird." He was always obsessed with telling you like you're a weirdo,
Uh-huh.
which
Yeah.
I encounter them a lot.
Yeah.
So dude,
Yeah, being good at sex, gay.
Yeah.
he was always hitting us with like, "Yeah, you're fucking weird, man." And we saw him. We're like, "What do you know about those nipples, bro?" And he was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I don't even know what you're talking about.
He was like, "I just feel like you guys kind of like violated. Like that was a joke, obviously, but like, what the fuck were you guys doing? Like snooping around?"
That
on
is
the computer?
fucked up.
Hey
He's
man,
right about that.
Hey dude,
But he shouldn't be throwing weird around if he's got nipple porn.
Yeah.
torture too. Electric. I didn't even know that was a genre, dude. I
Girls
was
getting their
cream
nipples
pies,
tortured?
Cream pies. But yeah, there was that, and my only other instance of hacking was my my good friend, we went to grade school together, and he was like, from the time we were in grade school, he like knew how to go in like MS-DOS, which to me is hacking. So he goes, dude, and there's a screen that said press yes, press no. He goes, press Y and hit enter. I was like, what will happen? He's like, do it. I'm like, all right, and I hit yes and enter. The computer, it wiped the whole fucking computer.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
I wiped one of my. Our school in grade school had like 12 computers. I wiped one of them just by hitting yes enter.
You used to be able to like delete system 32.
That
was the old 4chan prank. Is they would be like, if somebody would go on 4chan and be like, hey, could you guys like help me with tech support? They'd be like, yeah, you just got to go into program files and then select system 32 and delete it, and fucking wipes your computer.
Fuck, dude. I gotta run DLL thing on my computer right now. I don't know what it is. It's someone might be in my computer right now.
Someone's
I think I got a
probably
Trojan
in your
horse.
computer.
That's fine. People can
Government.
chill with me if they want.
Yeah.
Government.
All right, when are we going to talk about something that's not computers?
What you want to talk
I don't
about?
know anything
No, I
about
don't
computers.
What kind of shows do your babes watch?
Oh, I have a question actually.
Sure,
Yeah.
go ahead.
What type
It's a bad
of are you into any? No, it wasn't a bad
That's
question.
pretty bad.
Matt, you're being hard on yourself.
All right.
Now, you and your Brazilian lover, are you into any wild sexual stuff? Do you guys do anything? Do you
Fair
do
question.
anything? I know
Nah,
your
anything.
wife. I'd like to know about this. It's funny to bring a guy on a podcast and be like, you've got a hot wife. What's your sex life like? Tell us about it.
It's like the Byron Allen throw too. So I hear your wife is smoking.
All due
Yeah.
respect, I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you guys do in the bedroom?
What type of
I'm
stuff? Do you
curious.
do any weird stuff? Do you incorporate toys?
No, I mean she has her Hitachi bullshit or whatever, but you know.
Hitachi's nice. Guard dog hit you with the furrowed brow nod.
Yeah, there's viewers here. Could I get a sponsorship?
Yeah, Hitachi.
Hitachis?
Yeah.
True. That'd be a good. Yeah, that'd be cool. Sponsor thing. Be like, yeah, my wife likes them.
Yeah.
I-
Can you not please your wife? Me too. Get the
Yeah.
fucking Hitachi.
Yeah. Did she leave it out after a couple days when you're... That's what my wife does.
She'll leave it out
Really?
on.
She did it recently. Yeah, just left it or on the dresser or something.
And
you
you
hit her-
said,
would you
Get
hit-
this crap out
What
of
the
here.
What the hell is this?
Yeah. I didn't marry no damn slut.
So as an Italian,
You better go to confessions.
as an Italian, do you? And I always wondered if it's true. Do you change shirts when you're about to beat your wife? Do you put on a different shirt, or do you keep? The
Do you have
same-
sex in a wife beater?
Yeah.
It's like handed down from my it's like a family
Great
heirloom.
statutory.
Yeah.
What was the town you're from in Italy?
Repeat.
Repeat.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, what's that Italian for? Sex?
From a sex in Italy. Yeah.
The great. I was hitting the statutory upstairs, dude. It's
A
fine.
bunch of guys, yeah. My ancestors started the town, and they were like, "What do we name? How do we describe this town?"
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a little
Yeah.
reapy.
It's a little repeat.
Little reapy. You come in here.
Isn't there a town named Corleone in Italy or a city?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's where like
in
the
Sicily.
apparently they were like they kind of like had. I think they did dirty work for like the British government or something.
Really?
People of Corleone, yeah.
Oh, he would get along with Spud.
Oh yeah.
You would like.
Yeah.
Oh,
You would
yeah.
like. So the mob. How tied is the mob to the Central Intelligence Agency?
There's pretty like I think kind of the start of it.
Meyer Lansky and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff.
The start of it is like the World War II, where like the U.S. when they invaded Sicily, they brought along first they had like the gangsters here to control the ports, the Italian mafia during World War II,
Yeah,
and then
that couldn't have been a great.
right.
Just a bunch of fucking Racines standing at a port like, ain't no Nazis coming in over here. Let's go home.
Let's go eat lunch. Hey, my mom's making veal.
Speaking of U-boats, let's get a sub.
But it
Cut
was
out early today. We're gonna cut out early today and go see our mothers.
just like no show port jobs.
I'm gonna go pick up my laundry from my mom's house.
Damn, the wops at the docks must have fucked people up, dude.
Yeah,
That's another Dr. Seuss book.
Flops in the docks.
Yeah. It must be like, there's one of those Japanese now. Get this son of a bitch. It's
Why are
just
there
wail
so
on
many
these
wops
dudes.
at the docks?
And now
Go
they're
ask
trying
your
to
pop.
cancel Dr. Zeus because
I can't believe it.
They're not
Yeah.
publishing wops at the docks anymore.
True.
Wops at the docks.
I read Dr. Seuss every night.
You do?
Kid loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So fucking. she loves it.
Which one? Do you read just World War
One
II
fish, two
propaganda
fish.
he made?
One fish, two fish. No,
Just read Japanese.
I read
hold
his.
up
I read his
roll.
underground stuff.
Yeah. All right, so the wops are at the docks.
Yeah, wops were at the docks, and then they go to Sicily, and Mussolini locked up all the mafia people.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Mussolini like cracked down on the mob. So the U.S. they invade Sicily, and they're like, okay, we need locals. So they picked those mob guys. They just took the mob guys out of prison. Like, okay, you're our guide now. Like, you tell us about the terrain and we'll roll the tanks there. And then they get to a town and it's like, all right, well, you guys can run this, right?
Yeah.
And then now Sicily's still controlled by the mafia.
Weird. It's almost like there's like some sort of correlation between like amoral gangsters and the people who kind of run the government at the highest level.
That's right.
It's kind of strange.
They're a bunch of gangsters.
Yeah, I think that's pretty.
Yeah,
I think that's 100% common.
I would say, yeah.
I'd say common knowledge.
Like, these guys rule. And they're like, well, we're doing the same thing. Like, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of Michael Parenti, but he's like my favorite Italian dude. He's like kind of like a leftist guy, but he does. You can watch these YouTube lectures, and he just like starts shouting like the state, they're a bunch of gangsters, you know. And it's like he gets very worked up, but you know they're passionate, hot-blooded people, so you can kind of understand.
True. Pretty charged up, I would say.
Yeah, we're charged up.
You ever get charged up?
Yeah.
Can you ever like? Because I get angry and I'm not Italian. I would imagine if you got angry, you'd be like, "This must be my Italian."
I get mad at myself a lot.
Do you really?
I lost my wallet this
That
weekend.
sounds a little Irish.
Does the Wops turn on themselves? I thought you guys
Wops
laughed
are
at
usually
that.
like, "This is somebody else's fault."
Yeah.
What the fuck is going
I'm
on?
not responsible in any way.
I assumed you guys lack self-reflection.
Yeah, we do, but I think I've worked. I think I've worked on that. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
what
my
happens when
dad
you get
used
mad at
to-
yourself? Do you guys just like jack yourself up against the wall? You're like, hey, you fucking idiot.
You fucking idiot. Put yourself in the trunk of a car. Deborah, come drive me to the lake.
Deborah, put a rat in my mouth.
Yeah.
So stupid. Put it. Yeah.
You lost your wallet? Did you find it?
No, and I was
Was it a
tracking
Ridge
it.
wallet?
No, I wish it was.
I don't know.
I'm gonna get a Ridge
I don't
wallet.
trust those. I think those are losable.
Really?
Yeah,
The real
they
thin
have
ones?
to
Have one?
slide right out of your fucking pocket.
Yeah.
Real thin
okay.
guy? Yeah.
I would imagine.
Can't believe it costs like $85
I
on
need a
Amazon.
thick-
What the
I like
fuck?
80.
They're expensive.
Fucking-
Can we should get a chain wallet
You want
sponsor.
a big, thick wallet.
I want a thick fucking
What's wrong
wallet
with a
for
big,
my
thick
ass.
wallet? Yeah, for your ass.
So
I want to, yeah.
Right. See, what's
Thick
wrong
wallet.
with this is a good
It's a great
wallet.
wallet.
And
Yeah.
it's like everything.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
man's
and
wallet.
you're going to notice it if it's not in your pocket.
True.
Maybe I'm not gonna fuck with a Ridge wallet.
I'm afraid I would lose it too often. That's just
what's
how
the
I
point?
feel.
It's small. Why do
It's
you-
like sleek, you know. But yeah, all you do is when you sit down, you throw your
Yeah,
wallet
you
right
get
here.
to look like a huge dork when you take it out to pay for something.
Yeah.
Look at that state-of-the-art wallet I have.
it's so frustrating because
Oh, my card was declined? Fuck. I bought this wallet off a podcast.
Damn you,
Louis
Gomez.
Jacob, you give me a deal.
Tricked again. Anyway, I'm addicted to Kratom.
Dude, you know there's a strain of kratom named after Louis J. Gomez.
No.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
There's someone was telling me they're taking kratom and like, oh, by the way, there is one of the companies called like the Louis J. Gomez strain.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's becoming too powerful.
how funny is
Yeah,
that?
he is.
He's
We're gonna have
becoming
to
too
kill him.
powerful.
I'm on that Louis, dude. I'm on that Louis J. Gomez, dude.
This is too powerful.
I love that like all his sponsors are definitely under federal investigation. You just call Lewis's sponsors and you hear like a tap on the phone. Like, can I get some kratom or
Kratom's genuinely kind of bad for you.
It would be
Yeah.
funny to you kill Lewis like Jimmy Altieri style in Sopranos. You're like, yeah, I got some whores. He's like, where's the whores, dog? And you gotta- oh no!
We should start bashing sponsors and have them do a reverse thing where they pay us to just stop. It's like, just leave,
yeah?
We should,
That's
yeah.
smart. Yeah.
just leave us.
That's really smart.
We really should
Yeah.
get sponsors.
we
we're
should just
fucking
bash
up.
them. Yeah, it's tough, man, because all the sponsors are bad. It's
Yeah,
like
and
if you want
every
to
time-
bet on shit, it's like that's not the best thing for the bros. Do you want to take
That
fucking?
kind of is. Get the bros betting.
They're gonna all lose their money, dude.
And they're all like offshored, so you can't take your money out of like Bet DSI
True.
or whatever the fuck
I
they
always
are.
tried to. Yeah, that happened to me a couple times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I won like $200 off the Super Bowl in 2020, like almost 2 years ago. I haven't tried that. You got to convert it to Bitcoin or something, and then
Really?
Great.
yeah.
We just got to go back to
We should start hawking
WAPs. That was the.
Just-
only-
We got to go back.
Bookies.
We had a good system
We had
with
a
the
good system.
WAPs.
We had the WAPs.
We were handling it.
Yeah.
We were taking care
True.
of all your gambling.
But then that
needs.
was sometimes
And
tough
then-
to get your money.
Was it?
He'd be like, "I won that bet." I'd be like, "Did you?"
Yeah, I didn't see nothing.
I don't think you won that bet.
Yeah,
Just arguing with the maid guy about it. I guess not. I guess not.
I mean, we should sell protein powder.
one time
or
I was at the,
weight gainer would be sick.
Weight
We start
gainer.
selling
Yeah.
weight- Did you ever take weight gainer?
No.
I used to take it, dude. I took weight gainer when I was lifting heavy in college. Dude, it was the most. It's the most still to this day. I think it's the most delicious drink.
How heavy were you? Why were you lifting in college?
Was that
I
like
was lifting like crazy in college.
Why?
I was just getting yoked, dude.
What?
I don't know. I was just
Just to be
getting
yoked?
yoked as fuck. Yeah, I just got as yoked. I didn't know what I was doing with my life.
Yeah.
I'm just getting as yoked.
That is
as
a good thing to do when you don't know what to do with your life.
Get yoked.
Just get yoked. Yeah.
Yeah, like dude, it was sick. I was just like,
still feel empty inside, but you'll have a nice neck.
Yeah, I would exactly. That was kind of the state of affairs.
Yeah, just so sad.
Everything's meaningless.
I'm fucking sad.
I would say that was my early 20s. I was getting I was just like getting jacked and selling weed and like crying every now and again. Like, I don't know why I'm sad.
When's the last time you cried?
That's a good question. Probably I'll fight with my wife. Yeah, I mean, and I hate that shit, but she's like,
he cries to end the fight.
Did you cry to win?
No, I didn't cry to win.
You're like, well, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah. What? So how'd that work?
It was a low blow because we went on vacation. I booked the hotel and she hated it and she thought I was being cheap, and it was no, I did I was trying to express my love for you.
Yeah, it's first of all, cheap. Your money isn't even real.
Yeah, Jeffrey
what is that? You try to take them on vacation. You want
they get mad if they do everything, and then if you do everything, it's not right.
It's not good enough.
But if you do it right, you get what's called vacation pussy.
That's right.
Which is unbelievable. It's all the stops, dude. If you go out somewhere, when one of these dames fucking ties you down Gulliver
I've
travel,
had vacation pussy.
You bring them out.
Have
bro.
you ever been to a Motel 6 in Albany?
Just when you get off the Bolt bus.
Oh yeah,
dude. It's but when you plan a trip and they start to complain about it, it hurts your feelings, man.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, we got a house together. She would walk around and be like, I don't know, this house is just narrow, and I'd be like, the house isn't narrow.
And that's the thing,
it's actually very common for the years.
And that stress kills men, and they don't give a shit. They kill the boyfriends, the husband they supposedly love, by just nagging and stressing them all the time.
Yeah.
So women
point out when
they
they're
are
nagging?
demons.
Yeah,
yeah. Hold on, it's truly demonic possession. Is what I went through 2 nights ago.
What happened?
Yeah, she had a night terror.
Oh,
she sleepwalks sometimes. So it was actually scary.
Yeah.
I woke up and she was standing in the room, in the dark, naked.
What'd you do?
Standing there. I was like, "Hey!"
Starts spinning her head around backwards.
I was
and
so
throwing
mad.
up.
I was like, "What are you doing?" I was so scared. And then I slept on the couch, and I was afraid of her walking out.
Or your girlfriend.
Yeah, I was afraid of her entering the living room at night. It would have terrified me.
Yeah, dude.
Because she's not coherent. You'll be like, "What are you doing?" She's like,
yeah,
dude.
you're
At midnight, the witching hour, it doesn't take much to get me scared.
Just the sweetest girl, and then at midnight, she's like, oh, "I heard your mother sucks cocks in
yeah,
hell."
yeah, dude. She hit me. We were sleeping. She did what I said I did. I was asleep. She was like, and I was like, "Stop it!" It's
already fucking hot.
It's crazy. It would be. I might set up a camera.
Dude, you should
It'd be paranormal activity, except it's just a lady losing her mind, occasionally hitting me, and then me reacting.
Stop!
She just yanks the covers off too, because she gets mad that I'm mad, because she's waking up to somebody yelling at them. Yeah. So she's also waking up to me being like, "Go to sleep now." She's like, "Fuck you." Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, they will crush you.
Yeah.
The nagging, you have to point it out. Be like, what you're doing is wrong right now.
Right.
Nagging me.
Where did you go, and what kind of hotel was it?
It was we went to Mexico, Monterey. It was beautiful, and because we'd gone there before and we stayed at a different hotel I really liked, but I was like, "Hey, we're on vacation. Let's try a new hotel. You want to try new things?"
Yeah.
And it's like, no, wrong. She liked the one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck with the thing she likes, because otherwise,
but if you had gone there, like, I've already been here before.
Yeah.
But then
they're like
now you're
dogs
getting
in that
crushed.
way. They like the routine.
They are dogs. They're dog brains. That's been a long held thing on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
we cracked the code. If you leave the house, they tear it up.
Billy,
They're like, he's never coming back. They immediately go through the trash, start eating.
Billy has a good theory that they're forever locked. They're 8th grade. They're just locked in 8th grade forever.
Yeah, it's when puberty hits, they get locked.
Yeah, they lock up. It's like in his Dark Materials. They get their daemon. Their daemon chooses them at a certain time, and that's it for life.
It's so frustrating too, because when you're a guy, you can stay anywhere. You stay in a $6 a night hotel and enjoy it and have a good time. Make the most of it.
Yeah.
You use the shitty little computer on the, go on the internet or whatever it is.
You know what I posted on Twitter? That room that Kanye was staring in to record the album, that is actually the ideal male living space. If I didn't have a woman to impress or wasn't trying to get pussy, I would just live in like that, like basically bed, closet, I don't know,
Yeah.
some weights,
Yeah.
maybe some books, a window. You're good.
Yeah.
Prison.
Yeah, prison. It's perfect.
Hey,
And
we should
also-
go to prison.
And
The
prison.
four of us. should
I would
go
make
to-
an excellent prisoner.
Prison would be good if there was no rape.
Yeah.
If everybody and
Did we stuck
stabbings
together? If all of us, if
all
guys
this-
like us
Oh,
stuck
we
together,
got consensual gay sex.
Played
That'd be
basketball.
great.
I'm just saying, if
basketball, 2 on 2, we could get
Basketball,
together
yeah.
at a tournament.
yeah, dude.
It'd be fun.
You might
If you
get,
just, like-
you might get beaten though because of who's in prison.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you're saying because the
No,
African American
I know my
fellas?
friend went to jail. He said there's a lot of guys stink in jail.
Really?
He was a decent basketball player. He was
yeah.
like, a lot of the guys stink. They're hacking you.
Really?
He's like, they
Yeah, they
stink,
probably
dude.
foul the shit out.
Yeah,
of
they're
you.
not. He was like, these are not where. He's like, every now and again you'll hear a guy who's like, could have been D1, but he's like, when I was there, it's just these guys.
I'd
stink.
like to have Sean.
Do you think that the
a
CIA
roommate.
is doing all the prison rape to stop guys from going there? Because if it wasn't
they
for
know.
the rape,
Yeah.
guys would just go to prison.
Right.
Yeah.
dude.
That would be
Guy
a
heaven.
nice state-funded. Yeah, it'd be guy heaven. It'd be guys working out and having fun together. And if you got TVs in there, you could all laugh at
Which you
things
can.
together.
But they don't have weights
Yeah.
in prison anymore, right?
They better not.
Kind
Do
of a
Callies, dude. We'll be in there doing
Callies, yeah.
Callies.
Yeah.
Just
dude.
do jumping jacks till you're
I love
dead.
it. I love
You
Callies.
guys like Wes Watson?
Yeah, we watched.
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I watched one of your pods.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
If
great.
we all went to jail, just
Yeah.
guys like us would have to look out for each other and we
Yeah,
just
we
make
gotta-
a fucking
we're
club.
in a racial
we could make a
gang.
club.
It would be the Goodfellas.
We
It'd be
should all
the
go
Goodfellas
commit a
scene.
crime. Let's all go commit a crime right
It's just
now.
rape Sean.
What crime would you do if you had? If you
Not
they got
that, Sean.
Do
What's
like
that?
an armed
That's
robbery.
Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Not you. Sorry.
The four
All
of
right.
us should go do it. We should go armed robbery. Do an armed robbery at Best Buy.
At the stand. We could just go upstairs right now.
Oh yeah.
we could go get 200.
Those
Say,
fucking-
give us your money.
They're not going to do anything.
Yes, if you had to do a crime, if the life became so unbearable that you needed to
You're
go
not
to
a tough
jail,
guy.
They're Italian.
is
They would
like-
be like, do you know whose money you're taking right now?
Yeah,
You're like, yours.
You know who you're robbing?
what
I
crime
wonder how
would you
many
do?
times people have been shot doing that.
What?
Like just a guy trying to be tough, like while he's getting robbed. Like you have no idea who you're messing with right now, and somebody's like, "I'm retarded." Like,
There's like
you
a
don't know who's holding this gun.
there's a surveillance video of some guy clocks. I forget if it's like a Mexican mafia or MS-13 or something. It's just like a store surveillance video. He just like poof. Like they're clearly arguing. He just locked him. Guy takes out a gun, blows his head off, and they all just walk away. So
Damn.
The guy
yeah.
who was getting robbed shot the robber.
Or no, they were arguing, and this guy like takes a swing and hits him like right in the mouth
Yeah.
and like knocks him back, and he just boom.
Yeah. My dad
Kinda
claims
sucks.
my dad claims to know a guy who got robbed. He had a bar in Chester, Pennsylvania. It's a rough town. And he got robbed a lot of times. It was like I think his third time he got robbed. He's like, no more. He kept the gun under the bar
Yeah.
where he was at. And they were like, they was getting robbed again. And he took the money and my dad claims he went like that and tossed it up in the air to the guy. And when the guy reached up to check it, he grabbed the gun and just went pow
Oh
and just fucking shot him.
yeah.
So it's an old trick. If you're getting mugged, just
Yeah.
toss your wallet up in the air and they go to catch it. Just
Then get your ass beat.
haymaker them.
But aren't-
It's always like little kids mugging you.
Yeah.
what if they shoot you though? Like because when you throw.
But then
the
they
wallet
got it. They're gonna miss the wallet.
Mhm.
So then you throw the wallet up, and if they're not looking at the wallet, you
What if they
fucking-
shoot?
What
you
if
and you grab
your
the wallet?
sudden movement makes them think you have a gun and they just shoot you right away?
Yeah.
That could happen. That could happen.
Yeah.
But a lot of people like. Have you ever had a gun on you?
No.
You can look at them. They look if they look nervous, then you can control the situation.
Right.
But
You
a
can
nervous
do the-
guy might fucking buck on you.
The Denzel move.
But
You
yeah.
definitely like. Hey, I've never tried this before. Let's see if I can do it right now.
Yeah, if someone's pulling a gun, be like, you don't have the balls
Dude,
to do it.
The second time,
Yeah, I do.
first time I froze. The second time a gun was on me, I was like looking at the guy. I was reading the room. I didn't do anything crazy because I was sitting down on the floor and the guy was standing up.
Were you playing video games?
No, I was counting money. I was counting like $15,000.
Were you sitting
dude.
Indian style playing Madden?
I wish,
Somebody walked in with a gun.
I had like all this money and I'm like on the floor and all of a sudden I look
He's
up.
doing
and I'm
circle time.
Oh,
Fuck. But I did have a couple G's behind me. Is that all? And I was like, yeah, I don't have any more. Get the fuck out. I remember being like, sweet. Sweet. I lost like
bucks.
Yeah, it was like 15,000
I'm going to
bucks.
Dave and
Where were
Buster's.
I was in an apartment selling someone like a couple pounds of weed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And collecting money he owed me. And then some guy in a ski mask came in and took it all.
Do you ever have legal troubles because of weed dealing, like Wes Watson?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Nice.
No.
Professional.
I knocked it off, dude. I
That's
stopped
right.
the nonsense.
Got out the game.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking got out of it.
You guys ever do any cool illegal things?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
I don't do anything illegal.
I don't hope my whole younger period I was a pretty illegal dude for a while.
That's cool.
Like-
I'm more of I respect this country, you know? I hate that type
I'm
of
like the
junk.
guy at the docks just waiting for the
Garbage.
higher ups to tap me and be like, yo,
Did you think they were going to call upon you?
No, I don't think so. No.
Were they like, we like how you're handling things?
We're like, we've seen you move a quarter pound of mushrooms, and we're impressed.
Just get like subcontracted by the CIA to like work with the fucking Mujahideen after being like a small time dime bag weed dealer.
Yeah,
overall.
exactly. Like, dude, we saw you moving ace outside the 7-Eleven. We've been watching you, bro. We see you get robbed constantly in West Philadelphia.
Yeah, so on the application, they're going to ask your race, but you don't have to check that. I mean, we're trying to get more diversity, but
Did you guys see that White House video they put out of that gay dude?
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah.
Is that real?
I guess he's like some influencer.
Yeah.
Or I didn't watch all of it.
I watched it.
It was bad.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he gave hope to all the alt comedians.
The alt comedians have the most hope.
Yeah.
I don't
Really?
understand the confusion.
They
The
bomb.
alt
Every time I
comedians,
see them, they
yeah, they
bomb.
bomb constantly. But the alt comedians are on every TV show
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
and every commercial and every movie.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Right.
They're all the alt
Hey,
comics.
look at the system they're serving, though, dude. They're serving the patriarchy.
That's right.
Yeah, they
Well,
serve the patriarchy.
It's 4 corporations control 90% of the media. And it's like, they go along with the vaccine passports and everything else. That's part of being an alt comic. It's like, hey, everybody,
Yeah.
I think, you should just die if you don't get the vaccine. And the government should
That's
come kill
another
you.
thing. People seem really
Thing was really
delighted when
bad.
people die
Oh, yeah.
and they're not vaccinated.
They love it, yeah.
These same people that are like, get them out of cages, no borders. And they're like, this piece of shit died like a fucking dumb idiot. It's like,
Whoa, dude. Yeah.
yeah. I saw it last night. Somebody was making fun of people that died not getting vaccinated, and the whole crowd laughed and clapped.
Really?
They didn't laugh. They clapped.
Even worse.
Yeah, of course.
Laughing's one thing. That's
The
kinda
seller's
funny.
all vaccinated now.
I
So you
know,
go the
dude.
communist seller. That's what I call it.
What skews the audience, too?
The whole audience is vaccinated, so you go in and they're all like,
When they get the approval, I think the FDA approval, they're like, we're rolling out mandatory vax.
Yeah.
Like, it's only a matter of time.
I don't think they will.
Dude,
I don't think they can do it, dude.
I didn't think they would.
Mandatory vaxes?
Dude, I think it's coming. Or it'll just be one of those things where it's like, well, you don't have to, but if you don't have to, you can't work, can't fly in a
You're
plane,
right.
can't drive.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that's how all censorship works in the United States. Is like, people say, it's only the First Amendment if the government censors you. They outsource all of it. They ban you from Twitter or YouTube, or like if you say some shit and you have a day job and they find you, they fire you from your day job.
Yep.
And that's exactly how the vax is going to work. Where it's like, like Walmart announced, you got to have the vax to work at Walmart. There's no union at Walmart. They just fucking fire you if you don't get the vax, and that's how they enforce these things.
Yeah, I'm already looking at land. I'm looking at land, dude. I think
Yeah?
6-7 years. Yeah,
Where are you going?
I'm not gonna go off the grid, but I'm gonna get some land.
Like the
That'd be
suburbs?
Nah, a little further out there. I'm gonna
In
get some
between
couple
the
acres.
grid and suburbs?
Yeah, kind of like have my cell phone work, but I'll if I need to grow food,
Yeah.
I'll be doing it. And I kind of just want to get out of the city anyway. It just stinks, dude.
Yeah. Cities suck.
Yeah,
you should
fucking
go to the
blows.
suburbs first.
Yeah.
Well, you grew up in the...
Kind of grew up in a more rural area that got turned into kind of like
Yeah,
we didn't
yeah.
have like sidewalks, but I'm starting to talking to a couple of the bros.
Yeah.
I might just become like a Orthodox bro. Just me and my bros just got kind of like an Amish thing, but not as like weird and kind of incestuous.
It'll get there.
You don't think so, dude?
That's how it starts.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, let us
Anytime
know.
you shift into a compound, after
I
like
grew up on a compound, dude.
after like 1 or 2 generations, you're talking weird.
I don't know. We're doing good. I'm first generation compound. I want to start like a bigger, better compound. A couple
Yeah,
more
see,
people.
this is how I said after a couple
gonna
generations.
be
First
good.
generation was compound. Next generation will be like,
Yeah, because you want to raise your kid in like a rural. You don't want you don't want a city kid. I'm
No,
worried
and
about having
and
a
it's-
city kid.
Dude, Philadelphia school district's like, well, if your kids aren't vaccinated, they can't come. It's like, dude, your school district's an embarrassment, dude.
yeah,
I would work with kids in charter schools, and they'd be like, yeah, I'm in like 7th grade, but when I took a test to get into the school, they said I was at like a 5th grade reading level. And it's like, dude, that's fucking pitiful.
yeah,
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
yeah. Think you're
Philadelphia
gonna live
hit
off
that-
the land?
Not fully, but I'm going to have like, I do want to have some area to, I can at least grow like potatoes for the year.
Yeah.
I think I have a couple fucking little cows or something, dude.
Just like Thomas Jefferson with your black wife out there.
Dude. I'm slightly Jeffersonian, I would
Yeah,
say,
for sure.
in terms of his philosophy.
Yeah. I think I've said it on here. You know, he kept a bunch of his kids as slaves.
Nice.
He chose a couple, and and
He
then
kept.
he emancipated a
He
few.
emancipated like 2 and kept
Yeah,
like 9.
Dad's favorites, dude.
Yeah.
Your fucking dad's favorite.
You
He's
just-
like,
You figure out which kids can cook, and then you're like, yeah, you're staying a slave.
Perhaps. Maybe he just had a bond, an unshakable bond with a couple of them. You know, we don't know. You weren't there.
Yeah,
You don't know what's in the man's heart.
Who knows? I know if I have kids, I'd like to keep them as slaves.
You think you would fucking...
Certainly.
Yeah.
What?
I'd say you're going to work.
Yeah, I did do a lot. I had a lot of jobs I had to do.
Life.
Yeah, I had a lot of jobs I had to do.
Yeah, you're basically a slave.
Family-owned business, dude. Get up, work on Saturdays. Maybe I'll get paid.
They pay you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd hook me up. My dad hooked me up with some 50s.
Nice.
It's actually like the most money I ever made.
Yeah.
Working
Really?
for my
I
dad,
had
yeah.
to help my two uncles. They're my mom's brothers, but my uncle got a shed. I had to help them build it, and I didn't get paid. I'm still kind of like salty about
What?
it. When
Yeah,
I was like
it's insane.
14.
How old were
Yeah.
you? 14? Yeah,
Like 14,
They should have paid
They
you.
should have
Yeah.
gave you $10.
Something.
Yeah.
20, yeah.
My going rate in high school, I would get like
probably.
hit with I'd get with like $60.
And that's a lot. That was a lot of money.
High school, oh yeah. I was working.
Yeah.
I skipped graduation practice because I was working for an electrician. I would get $60 a day and be like,
Nice. Yeah.
Damn.
"Let's go."
Beautiful.
This is kind of unrelated, but like I was thinking this recently, like the best case scenario about like talking about like 9/11 truth and all this conspiracy shit is like just somebody from the CIA is like, all right, here's $100,000. Never mention 9/11 again.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hell yes, dude.
Oh yeah.
The worst case is they fucking kill you and your dog and your 2 kids. But the best
like
case,
that guy.
yeah, it was just like this.
I would think they warn you though before.
I would like, yeah,
I'd
it's like,
to
hey, give me
think.
the
They
warning.
seem to get,
like,
they seem to be
I'll
getting
back-
pretty brazen right now, though.
Yeah.
They're getting away with, you know.
Dude, did you see this one?
No, what
there was
happened?
So there's
yeah.
yeah. Well, I only just heard about this. There was a guy called Philip Marshall. I think I'm getting his name right. I posted this on Twitter.
Yeah.
But he wrote like, so he was involved with Barry Seal, you know, the American-made Tom Cruise movie. Barry Seal was like a cocaine trafficker who worked for the CIA,
Yeah.
and they were running the cocaine to Nicaragua and Contras and running weapons and, you know, using that to pay for the covert war and all that. So Barry Seal, this was a pilot who worked with Barry Seal, and then after 9/11, he wrote 2 9/11 truth books, or, you know, 9/11 was an inside job, Cheney and the Saudis, they all did it. And apparently he was working on a third one. But in 2013, after his second book, his dog, at his home, his dog, his 2 teenage children, and he is shot to death. And the sheriffs in California say this is a murder-suicide. He shot both his kids, he shot his dog, he shot himself. And, like, first off, that's, like, already shady that this, like, CIA pilot did all that shit after writing 9/11 truth books.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was reading, apparently the scene was, or what the detectives claimed was, the 2 kids were both asleep when they were shot, but they were on like an L-shaped bed so that one of them would have woken up
Yeah.
if you shot one of them. And then the detectives just like said, no comment. We're not
Yeah, they're
answering.
both asleep and
Yeah.
shot.
Why are they
One of them
sharing a
didn't wake
bed?
up.
Why are 2 teenage kids sharing? a
Well,
think
when
it
you
was
write
a
about 9/11
L-shaped.
truth, you don't have a lot of money.
Right,
Was it a
right,
bed?
right.
For some reason, I thought it was an L-shaped couch, and they were shot like in the
yeah, I
living
don't know the
room.
exact details.
But
That
why
sounds
would there
right
be-
though. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were
Yeah.
both asleep when.
So that would imply that there were 2 shooters, maybe.
Yeah,
Right.
or a very heavy sleeping daughter.
Right.
Or
Right.
Maverick
Yeah.
just fucking 2
Yeah,
guns.
we talked about Laura Crofting.
Yeah.
True.
Max Payne.
Yeah, I like. Yeah,
Little
yeah.
Max Payne died.
Yeah,
in
he did
room.
the Max Payne bullet time on his children.
And the dog.
Right.
And he caught the dog. He's like, "You're not fucking telling anybody this. The CIA is going to train you how to talk."
Was it you who said like if you wanted to like kill your children, what you should do is just like write a 9/11 truth book?
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
like, yeah, I was murdered. The CIA
start-
don't believe this.
You're like, I want to kill my kids. All right, I'm going to start with the 9/11 truth book.
yeah,
And then you kill your kids and you go, the CIA did it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the CIA is like, oh, how dare you? They just,
We
they're
read
so
your book and it wasn't
insulted
even that good.
that you set them up for a murder they didn't commit.
There's some other God, I'm spacing on his name, but there is some guy who's hiding out in fucking Argentina or one of these South American countries who claims he has footage of like vaults underneath the World Trade Center.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
The gold they move. Yeah.
Right, and he says like he has footage of like
Trucks?
shit being missing from them, basically. Like he went in there, and then he's accused of murdering his wife, so he had to lam it. That's why he's in South America right now. But it's just one of those things where it's like, did you murder your wife? Are you being set
Yeah.
up? Is both
Yeah.
true? Like that'd be kind of funny if it was like true, but also he murdered
Yeah.
his wife.
Ultimate defense plan. Dude. You murdered your wife. And you're like, I've seen the gold.
Yeah, I've got these tapes. Like I can kill my wife now.
I don't know if this is a credible source, but I had this moving job like a long time ago, and these like
Yeah,
when
it's
guys
not.
are like talking.
Let me stop you there.
Right, I know. But one of the guys is like, I heard the night before 9/11 there was like mad trucks leaving the World Trade Center.
Oh yeah.
So just take that for what it is. For what
I've talked about this, I think, a long time ago. It's one of my most shameful, dumb moments.
Yeah.
You ever like hear something and then you just keep it in your brain that's just so fucking dumb, and until you repeat it, you don't even think about it
to other people.
So I was in college and we were talking about 9/11. It was right when Loose Change came out. I was like, bro, my uncle worked at the towers, and dudes were getting taken off helicopters off the roof. Like right before it happened. And they were like,
kid said
that's
that?
just not, I said that.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. I don't remember where I got it.
You just made it up.
And they were, this kid immediately was like, that's very stupid. Like he just, without even like considering what I said, he was like, that's not true, right?
How dare he, dude?
I was like, well, now that I said it, yeah, I guess I was wrong.
What?
Yeah, it was something about like CEOs or something got out of there before it happened. It was something.
Was your uncle
dumb.
down at the WTC?
Yeah. He's not an uncle. He's a family friend, but he's basically.
So he told you that?
No, he did not tell me that.
So
I don't know where I got this information.
Oh.
It was one of those. There was stories like I was in fucking 8th grade.
Yeah,
there were 9/11 stories where like a kid would show up to the World Trade Center the day before and be like, "Don't come here tomorrow."
Yeah, or the top floor was totally empty.
Yeah,
they took a lease out like the month before and emptied it out.
Yeah. But I remember that was one of those times I said something like that, and somebody was just like, "No, like, what you're saying is dumb." And I was like, because then I remember setting it up, being like, "Yo, you want to hear something fucked up?"
I remember I told a friend on original Pokemon, I got all 150 Pokemon, and then my game died, and I didn't save it. It's just like just complete bullshit.
Out of town girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Brazilian wife.
Yeah, Brazilian. Yeah. She lives in Canada.
You should see her. She's beautiful.
Yes.
She's in Brazil.
Yeah.
They're on to me.
Yes.
Play it cool, Sean. Oh, fuck, they know. Where are we at? It's hot.
Yeah.
Oh, this is too long.
Yeah.
Guys, plug what you got real good.
Yeah.
What do you got? You got a podcast?
Yeah, Grubstakers podcast. We do podcasts about billionaires. I'm on Twitter at Sean P. Oh, Grubstakers is on SoundCloud, Patreon. I'm on Twitter at Sean McCarthy.com.
Follow Sean on Twitter.
Yeah, thank you.
It's
and
very funny.
I'm doing stand-up in Portland Thursday, September 16, and Seattle September 17, 18. So if you're in there, just I'll post it on the Twitter.
Very good comedian, too.
Thank you, buddy.
You can follow me on Instagram, Racine.Mike, and Twitter at Mike Racine. I'll be in Worcester, Massachusetts at the Woo-Ha-Ha. Yeah, September 17th and 18th. So
sick.
Yeah, I'll post a link for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mike's one of my favorite comedians to watch. It's
very fun.
It's so fun.
Oh, he's so funny.
I am at Zany's in Nashville this weekend, the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Then 19th, 20th, 21st, I'll be at Stress Factory in New Jersey. That's where I'm at the next 2 weeks. Come to that. I think I've been there enough. I think I might just bring friends and do almost like a showcase. I don't know.
That's a good move.
Get the guard dog some time.
Ooh.
Maybe a pretty lady will give you a smooch on your penis at the Stress Factory.
He's got to turn it around, dude.
You got to turn your life around, Sean. You've been doing and having sex.
September 22nd, dude.
They're not going to watch the Patreon, don't worry. Or the podcast. You're fine.
Yeah, they won't see it. Dude, September 22nd.
They'll never see it. Actually, although some of your family members might be watching.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
September 22nd. Helium.
Oh, yeah. September 22nd. Helium.
You think who would be watching? No, I don't think anyone's watching.
I don't know if any members of Sean's family watch my content. Who knows?
Dude, he's about to jump the table on you.
I wish he would. I'd suck him off right here. All right. That should do it.
Yeah.